don't like what's happening right now already.
Welcome to another episode of the panel. We coming out hot today. It's going to be an amazing episode because we had two masterclasses tonight. One from Cade Cunningham, young star in the making. He, went into the Garden, brightest lights, and took over. He was the best player on the court last night. And then also, it's like it's 2019 all over again, Mars. Chill. 2017, he's back. The club, the Terminator. Kawhi Leonard proved last night that, the Joker is just a villain in Batman. Whew. Y'all, as much as I want to start with Cade Cunningham, we got to start with Kawhi because that was crazy.
Hold on. Wait for me. Hold on. Hold up. Wait for me. Hold on. Go ahead, Ryan. Just, hold on. I'm coming, brother. Wait. Go ahead. Carry on.
39 points, 79% shooting, 5 assists, 2 steals. Game winner. Are we entertained?
Ron, you ever had that family member that he only come around once in a while, but when he come around, like it's so dope, and you know you ain't gonna see him again for a long time, but you got him around and you just want to enjoy him for that time. That's what's going on right now with Leonard. I ain't interested in what's gonna happen a year from now, 6 months from now. I got my uncle. He at the party. He got the drinks. We got the cards. We got the spades, and we just having a party. That's where I'm at with Kawhi Leonard right now. I'm not doing nothing else with him. I'm not thinking about championships. I'm not thinking about the Western Conference Finals. I'm thinking about the fact that the dude, I think he went 12 for 13 to start the game, or 11 for 12 to start the game. The thing I love about Kawhi Leonard, and I've always loved this about Kawhi Leonard, there is nothing extra about him. Like when he gets to it, he's not doing anything extracurricular. He's getting right. One dribble, pull up. Face you up, pull up. Defensively, he actually looked solid yesterday, right? And they didn't get a great performance from everybody else from a scoring aspect, but from him in particular, everything that he's good at, he went right to it and he didn't waste any time. I love that about Kawhi Leonard. So, Ox, I'm here today to say that I'm so happy to see my uncle, and I just want to hang out with him. That's all I want.
Well, chill. Apparently, this is just what is being told to me. You owe your uncle an apology because apparently you didn't want to hear anything. And this was just sent to me. Hold on, chill. Hold on. Hey, chill. Hold on, my man. Hold on. Hey, they just want to talk to you. Word on the street is they just want to talk to you, okay? So I'm going to play this. Chill. Let me know if you can hear this. You can hear this?
No, I can't.
All right, hold on. Wait a second.
Minutes of the game, and he doing it. Viper's point. If I get Kawhi Leonard on Aaron Gordon late in the game, not even late in the game, the last 5 minutes of the game, and he doing it, you got it. Absolutely, brother. I'll tip my cap to you. I'm gonna live with him doing that. And
you wanted to live with him, chill.
And you know what, Ron? If that's what it's gonna take, if it's gonna take 40 for the rest of the series. No doubt about it. I'm tipping my head. But if it's going to take 13, if he getting, by the way, a lot of that was Jamal Murray. Jamal Murray caught a lot of that too, right?
Everybody caught a lot of that.
Yes, but Jamal Murray caught a lot of that too. But if it's going to take 40 on 75 to 80% shooting, hey, Ron, here you go, my man. Good luck in the next series. Knock yourself out. Absolutely. I will live with it. No doubt about it. I will 100%. I will live with that. When you got a scorer like Kawhi Leonard, who is as good as he is as a bucket getter, he might not be good in a lot of other stuff. Mars, you and I just had a conversation a couple of days. In fact, it was yesterday where, and we didn't even talk about it. The fact that, Joker has 7 turnovers yesterday. And if I'm not mistaken, Julius Randle has 7 turnovers a couple of days ago. Kawhi Leonard has 7 turnovers a couple of days ago. Like, we didn't even talk about it. So what I mean, and I ain't here to hate on none of that. What I'm saying is, I got a guy like Kawhi Leonard who can score the basketball the way that he does. I can tell you right now, if he's scoring like that and we're going to lose just off him going one-on-one all night and Can he hold up? Let's see it. And if he could do it, I'll be more than happy to step aside and go, yo, my man, good luck to you in the next round.
Yeah. Chill.
But before you guys go, I just want to say, I just want to enjoy having my uncle around. And you said that I owe my uncle an apology, but do I, Ron? I ain't seen you in a long time, yo. I ain't seen you in a while. It's not like I just seen you a week ago or two. I ain't seen you in a long time, man. I'm just so happy to see you. I don't know when I'm gonna see you again after this. I'm just happy to have you here. That's it. That's all I want to do. Man. I'm just happy to have you here.
He ain't been around that much. I could dig that, Chill. I could dig that. That's but just like we talked about yesterday. First of all, W thumbnail. First of all,
go work, Cheerio.
Shout out, Cheerio. Second of all, Chill. When we talked about that yesterday, like I think both teams will live with that. I still think you're correct about that. I think the Nuggets are fine living with that. I think, and obviously the Clippers are fine with that. I think. Kawhi Leonard's a one-on-one nightmare. You can't stop him one-on-one. And I mean, if anybody's gonna do it, I guess Aaron Gordon is a competent guy. But I think Aaron Gordon, I think that calf is I think that's bothering him a little bit. I think his calf is bothering him a little bit to be real. But that was this series is gonna be great, y'all. Are y'all watching these games?
Yes.
So this series is amazing, yo.
Yes.
Edge of the seat type series every time. I mean, Nuggets getting a little dirty. I like it. I love it. You know what I'm saying? This is dope. Jokic, 7 turnovers. That's unacceptable. Yep. That's unacceptable, big bro. You got to do better than that. He got to do better than that.
This defense is serious, Ox. Chris Dunn.
Yeah.
Hey, you're right. Now that Swiper not here, we can honestly talk about Chris Dunn.
Mm-hmm.
He all over the place.
Yep. He's a disruptor
everywhere.
10 years.
Kawhi Leonard is not 2017, 18, 16, but he in the passing lanes and his hands are still active.
Kawhi Leonard is still a really good defender. I was saying, I'm trying to tell y'all, Kawhi still play D, bro. Of course, it's not like 17, 16, Ron, but he's still one of them dudes. He getting long arms, he getting in passing lanes and stuff for sure.
He's just one of those players, just from a scoring standpoint. He's one of those guys. I remember Sheed, and I know you're a big fan of Rasheed Wallace, Ox, but he's one of those players where when he shoots, especially when he gets to those spots, I don't think he's gonna miss. He got one of those kind of games where, like, when he get going, it's almost impossible to slow him down because it's not a lot of extracurricular stuff with him. It's just not one dribble, pull up, get to this spot, pull up, and if you could slow this down, you could slow him down, but you can't. Because he's so damn strong at 6'6", 6'7", 2 dribbles, getting into the lane, and he loves to go to that weekend, which I'm surprised Jamal Murray is funneling him to the middle of the lane because I'm thinking to myself, that's his spot. That's exactly where he wants to get to. He wants to get to that mid-range. But all in all, I'm just happy. I can't say this enough. I'm happy to see Kawhi.
I hear it too. I don't know where it's coming from.
Yo, who's in a plane?
That is not me. Hold
on. Mars is on mute.
Who got their window open?
It's Jay.
Okay. Proceed, Chill.
I'm just happy to see Kawhi Leonard, and I think that we have to give a lot of respect to what the Clippers have. Mars, you turned me on to the Clippers defense early in the season, and I started watching them. I watched Chris Dunn chase a lot, and I was a little nervous about him chasing off the strength that Jamal Murray is so good in drop. And he's been great in this series in drop. With Zubac not being able to close out as much, I think that that's a good thing. That's why these games have been as close as they've been, because Jamal Murray has been really good when Zubac is in drop. But Chris Dunn is causing so many issues off the ball and just being such a disruptor. And if you ask me, once again, Ox, in addition to Leonard scoring 40, the Clippers have made it clear, Russ, you got to make open shots. If we're going to lose, we're going to lose with you making open shots. We will live with that. Knock yourself out, brother. Especially in the meat and potatoes of the game. We will live with that.
The thing too, like Chris Dunn's playing great defense, don't get me wrong, but I do think he needs to adjust a little bit though. When he got, like, I did the one play yesterday ended towards the end of the game. In the fourth quarter, it's Jamal time. Like, obviously Jokic's gonna get what he wants throughout the whole game, but that's Jamal Murray time in the playoffs, especially, right? When Jamal Murray's coming off that high pick going to the middle of the court, you can't like go around the screen if you're Chris Dunn. You gotta put your body on Jamal Murray. You gotta get some contact right there. Because as soon as Jamal come off that 1-2, as soon as you see that left, right, I don't even look at the TV no more. That's water. You know what I'm saying? He's hitting that. Like those can be back breaking and like stuff like that and rebounding the basketball. Like if Derrick Jones Jr. is not gonna rebound, he can't play. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't understand. Don't get me wrong. I like Derrick Jones Jr. in the second quarter, in the third quarter, and whatnot. But if you're not going to rebound in the fourth quarter, I don't think he's a defensive stopper like that. I don't think his defense is reason enough for him to be out on the floor. If you ask me, it's put Nick Batum back in the game. Shit, play Ben Simmons. I don't care. We got to rebound. Yeah. Somebody got to rebound. They could have easily lost last night the same way they lost in game one and wasted an amazing performance from Kawhi Leonard. It was amazing. It's amazing for other people. That's a regular day in the office for the core. But you know what I'm saying? Like somebody got to get on that glass. Somebody has to.
And it can't just be Zubac. It can't. It
can't be.
The problem with
he being a little timid on that glass too. I seen him come from the top of the key in the one it was Michael Porter or Aaron Gordon. One of them got the rebound. He just kind of like doing one of these, like, bro, get your ass in there. Hit somebody.
Here's the problem with that, Ox. The problem is with Gordon, with MPJ, who had a double-double last night, and those two guys are enough to deal with. But I got to fight with Joker all night on this glass. Remember what I told you about Bam dealing with Sabonis? That's the same logic dealing with Joker as a big. I got to fight with him on the box. I got to fight with him in the paint, and I got to fight with this dude on the glass. And I feel like what the Nuggets have done, they have taken advantage of the lack of size that the Clippers have. Now, I will say this, that Ty Lue, I think he has done a good job in adjusting. So when Joker comes off the floor, Zubac comes off the floor, and he goes with that lineup of he'll have Dunn, Harden, Leonard, either Powell or Batum and Bogey, and they'll speed the game up. That part I like. The problem is that we don't get any rebounding because we just expect to crack the long ball all night, right? And we expect to just get transition points, which works sometimes, but we still got to rebound because Zubac can't just be our only rebounder. And with him off the floor, I think it really shows the lack of size that they have, and I think Denver can take advantage of that.
Yo, shout out to Cheese. He just gifted 20 Players' Choice memberships. Y'all make sure you like the video, and if you did just become a member, shout out to you. Jay, what's your thoughts and takes on this game and just this series in totality?
I think it's the best series that we have so far in the playoffs. I don't think we have a better series so far. I think everybody touched on a lot about Kawhi Leonard, how well he played, but what stood out to me the most was the fourth quarter, right? My guy took over. He was 4 for 7 from the field. I feel like he hit every big shot that he needed. When I remember 6 minutes into the game, Michael Porter Jr. gets that big tip in to put him up by 1. Kawhi comes right back down, splashes a 3, right? Denver storming back.
Wide open too. Yikes.
Denver storming back. Kawhi turn around, sets up Norman Powell perfectly for the game winner, right? I mean, for the nail in the coffin. So like stuff like that really stands out to me when we have guys like that take over. And I was excited as you are, Ron. I'm sitting here screaming on my TV. Kawhi is back. It's the guy, bro. He's here. And that's what we've been waiting for almost 4 years now, 5 years. So I'm very excited. This is my favorite series in the whole playoffs right now.
Mars, how was you feeling last night or this morning?
I was feeling good. I mean, Kawhi's been back for like 3 months, so like I've been watching.
This wasn't no shot.
No, Kawhi's been back. I mean, maybe people were hesitant because they thought he was going to get hurt in game 1 of the playoffs, I guess. But he's been back. This isn't a major shock to me. I think what he did last night was amazing, and was an all-time scoring performance. When you look at just the degree of difficulty on the shots he was taking and making with regularity, so I haven't really seen many shot makers like that in the history of the game. But I'm not going to say I'm not blown away because I don't want to be one of those people. It's like when Steph makes a bunch of threes, it's like, oh, well, it's Steph, you expect that. No, like you still need to give this the credit it deserves. It was amazing. It's just, it hasn't been 4 years since Kawhi did this. I watched him do it against the Cavs a month ago. Like I watched him do that. So like he's been here. Maybe people were just hesitant to say that he's been here, but he's been here. And then on the Clippers side of it, I just think their defense was really good last night. The rebounding is a problem, especially without Zoo. I think you really see the issues there. But I think the way they're defending the pick and rolls, the Jamal Murray and Jokic 2-man game has been amazing. Chris Dunn has been a menace on defense. Kawhi is still a really good defender. everyone has really bought in defensively. Like even James Harden, I think, has been good defensively this series. The only person who I'd say hasn't been good defensively is Norman Powell, but I'm not going to speak too much on him because the Clippers won. So shout out to Norman Powell for making some big plays down the stretch.
We can talk about it though.
No, we don't have to. Shout out to him for making some big plays down the stretch.
Real quick though, Mars, because in that first quarter, Norman was playing terrible as far as on the offensive end, but I think that's how he got in the game. I think he got into the game on the defensive end. You know, and I'm not saying he had a great defensive game.
He got one nice steal. That was nice. Then obviously it led to a jump ball because he couldn't finish. But like you still credit the defense. So he made some plays. I still don't think he's been great defensively. Especially every time he's cross-matched on Aaron Gordon. I don't blame him for that. That's just a bad matchup. He can't do anything with that. But I think the Clippers defense has been really, really good. The issue for them is they can't defend in transition. Like if they're not turning the ball over, the Nuggets are going to struggle to score on them consistently, especially in the half court. I think yesterday, I want to say the offensive rating in the half court was like 87. Like that's bad. It's not Houston bad, but it's bad. Right. So if they're able to just keep the game in the half court and then rebound their misses, they control the series. Now, easier said than done because Zoo is really their only good rebounder. Everyone else is mid or bad. Yeah. But I will say, not to be too biased, I've liked the Ben Simmons minutes. I think Ben Simmons
yesterday, Mars.
I think Ben Simmons has been good. Yeah, I think Ben Simmons has been good. I think his defense has been really good. His ability to push the pace has been amazing. He's still a really good passer. He made a layup. That was cool. He made a layup. I've seen someone in the chat say that was his first playoff basket in 4 years. So shout out to Ben Simmons. Shout out to Ben Simmons. But I actually think Ben Simmons has just been good. The only people on the Clippers who I don't think have been good is Norman Powell and Bogey. Everyone else I think has been good. Everyone else.
But Mars, we Ben Simmons is a smart basketball player.
Very smart.
You guys might hate that he can't shoot a three. You might hate that he doesn't look at the hoop. But Ben Simmons plays defense and he's intelligent.
Hate, by the way. I mean, I would like you to look at the rim.
Like, Ron, you can't.
The threes don't bother me. The fact that he can't shoot, I've accepted that. Ron, but at some point, you got to be willing to score the basket.
Yes.
No doubt. But outside of that, though, I understand that might be a cardinal sin. Okay. Outside of that, Ben Simmons is typically, when he's on the court, he's one of the smarter players.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would assume so.
Which is why he should know better than to not look at the rim. But like he is very smart, and he is the Clippers' second best passer. So like, I mean, you can make an argument he's a better passer than James Harden, but I'm not going to. He's the second best passer on the team. Like, so those things are valuable, and I think his mobility on defense is still really, really good. His ability to play at the level and pick and roll and then recover back to Jokic. I feel like Jokic could have done a better job of like actually punishing that matchup instead of just being a playmaker in those matchups. But like still Ben Simmons was very good defensively. Batum I think has been really good for a really long time and he's still really good. Yeah, I'm not going to make overall decisions about the series. I already gave my prediction. I had the Clippers winning the series. I still feel comfortable with that. And I think, but this series is a great series and it can go either way. I'm hoping for 7 games. That's what
Mars, Denver cannot win in Inglewood.
We can't come back here tied 2-2 is what you're saying.
No, I'm not saying like we can't, like, oh, we can't let that happen. I'm saying they can't do it. Like they physically.
You don't think Denver's going. You think
they can't? I think they can if the Clippers are turning the ball over, they can. Yes. If the Clippers control what they can control, and by that means that they don't shoot themselves in the foot, I think they're the better team and they should win. But the Clippers potentially can do that. So
can't we say the same? I can say the same thing about the Nuggets, Mars, because you just brought up a real interesting point about the Nuggets transition defense. Well, one of the great things about the Nuggets transition offense is how fast they get up the floor and how quick they can get to the rim. Well, that doesn't work when they're turning the ball over in transition. That doesn't work when MPJ is throwing the ball away. That doesn't work when Joker's turning the ball over like he did yesterday in transition, because you don't really get a lot of opportunities, especially against this Clipper defense in the half court. So when you can get out in transition and run, then absolutely we have to do that. And to counter another point that you made about Joker, well, Mars, we know that Joker, in terms of punishing matchups, he punishes matchups contingent on what's going on around him. Joker isn't the guy who we're just going to throw the ball into him. He's not Shaq. He's not Olajuwon. We're just going to throw the ball into him and he's going to work. No, Joker wants to work off the strength of everybody else. It's not just give Joker the ball and just let him go to work. No, he wants to see you guys moving, and then I'll get my action going. Then I will dominate these matchups. Now, to your point, I do have to give Ben Simmons a lot more credit for the defender that he is. I saw him years ago, just like we talked about Kawhi Leonard. I saw him years ago slow down Giannis. He did a really good job on Giannis. Does that mean he could do a great job on Joker? No, but can he make it a little bit difficult? We can't leave out the fact that Ben Simmons is 6'10". Like, he's not a small dude. So he can disrupt Joker.
He in there getting physical with him too.
Yes, he can disrupt Joker on some level. Does that mean he's going to be out there for 25, 30 minutes? No, because he won't look at the basket. But there are some levels or some spaces where I feel like he can disrupt Joker.
Ben Simmons only played 7 minutes last night.
Very valuable 7 minutes.
No, it was a good 7 minutes. I'm not saying that to knock him. I want to give credit to a guy that played 20 minutes last night. And he's been playing good this series. Derrick Jones Jr. And he was a starter for a large part of the season. Chris Dunn obviously stepped in and took his minutes, but he is a valuable piece to this team and a valuable piece to this series, just as a defender, as an athlete, as a cutter / slasher, as somebody running a fast break.
The floor. Yep.
Just shout out Derrick Jones Jr. I want to. We was on Playback watching it last night. Me and Jordan. He'll be here in a second. But I was giving a lot of praise to Derrick Jones Jr. and just his ability from what he was when he came into the league as just a high flyer and an athlete to what he is now. I can somewhat stretch the floor. I have a handle. I can get to the hoop. I've just developed mentally as a basketball player. Shout out to Derrick Jones Jr. That's a professional right there. That's how you come in the league and work on your game.
Now, that's a fact. And I know I said what I said about Derrick Jones Jr. a little earlier ago, but I agree with what you're saying right now for sure. I don't want to discredit that. What I want to ask you is, you and Jordan was on Playback doing the Clippers game. I thought they was only doing the Knicks game last night.
I thought so too, Ox, until I pulled up and showed out. You know, I'll pull up and represented for Kawhi and the Clippers.
Crazy. You know what I'm saying? See, I'm tired of y'all. But first of all, they had us on the main stage last night. You ain't tell nobody. You know what I'm saying? See, Ron, you play with my money. You play with my money, Ron. I ain't going.
I see Chill Chamberlain up there. Just put him on the main stage. He was by himself.
Maybe I see my face. I see my face on the graphic. I seen it said main stage. I was like, damn, am I meant to?
And when you clicked on it, who was up there?
Well, that's what's up.
When I first
I understand that, Ron. Look, this what happens. Chill, get us in the door for sure. But I'm coming through. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm coming through. I'm with him. I'm with him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm that guy. But you messing with my money, Ron.
That's what I'm talking about, Ox. This young man, this the dude who will call. He'll call. We won't hear nothing from him, and then we'll find out later. Yo, we had a party last night, and Rihanna was there. I told you about that Drake after party. That Drake after party right next door to our shop. That he about the next day. He didn't say nothing to nobody. No, yo, Drake. Yeah, I was hanging out with Drake and Rihanna last night. And you ain't tell none of us.
Hey, Drake showed who bring him out, Jay. Woo! Boy.
I promise you, we boxing when I see this dude, Joe.
Chill, how we boxing? Hey, Chill, me and you got paid last night, right? Chill, you got your dough last night, right?
Yeah, all right.
Hey, Chill, I collected right when I came in.
but not bad. With the Derrick Jones Jr. stuff that run, I do agree with you, but it's just like that middle of the fourth quarter, late fourth quarter minutes, bro. He has to get on the glass, especially to be that type of athlete. You can't I can accept you getting in the mix and not coming up with the ball, especially if you're like trying to box out or something. But when I see replays and I see guys standing around by the free throw line, the second hash, and they're just kind of looking up like, you know, like doing this one, you know, do I go? Do I run? Like, bro, you have to make a decision, and that's very detrimental. I've always harped on how important I think rebounds are. I think rebounding is the most important part of basketball. You have to come up with the ball, right? Obviously, you have to score to win. I know that, y'all. But you have to rebound the basketball, and if you're not gonna do that against a team when they have Jokic out there, he's a footer. Aaron Gordon, he's 6'10". MPJ, he's 6'10". And if MPJ is going to be aggressive on the rebounds, had 15 last night, if he's going to be aggressive, just like Aaron Gordon and Jokic always are, Russell Westbrook, he might be only 6'4", 6'5", but he's getting in there. So I'm not saying Derrick Jones Jr. never rebounds, y'all. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is similar to what Chill's been saying about Triple J. But I need you to rebound more in these stretches of the game. Like, you could be a good rebounder and still not get enough. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about how many you get. Derrick Jones Jr., for all I know, could have had 9 rebounds last night. That's cool. I need you to have 14.
Those are stops. Those are stops that we have to come up with. Like, those are less opportunities that you guys have to score. when we rebound in the basketball. We getting stops, and not only are we getting stops, we're slowing down your momentum. When you getting second chance opportunity, I don't want to give Joker another chance to score. I don't want to give MPJ another opportunity at the long ball line. I don't want to do that. Hell no, I don't want to do that. So to Ox's point, because I'm glad he just cleaned that up, because I was about to ask, Ox, I'm kind of getting the vibe that you are a little sour on Derrick Jones Jr. Maybe just a little bit, but it sounds like the rebounding is the issue more than anything.
I am a little bit because I look at Derrick Jones Jr. like one of those dirty work guys, but also one of the guys that, you know, you getting in transition. I'm getting 8 to 12 points from you because you're running the floor. You know what I'm saying? You're attacking. Like, for instance, when I think it was Norman Powell or Bogey had got the loose ball and he followed the play. I think it was Norman. Stepped through, dropped it off to him, done. Eric, that's what I need for you there. I need you to get out and run with your teammates, but I need you to get on the glass. Like, Zubac needs help. Zubac needs a lot of help. Kawhi got in there with him a little bit last night. I need everybody. They have to gang rebound. No leaking out. Bogey, and to your point, Ron, you said something about Bogey and Norman. Them dudes can't play if they're not going to play.
Well, that's why I was saying that's why I brought up Derrick Jones Jr. to say, like, if Norman Powell's not going to give you that scoring punch, and if he's going to give you this many rebounds, we just talked about the importance of rebounding, right? Norman Powell, you played 33 minutes and had this many rebounds. Derrick Jones got to play simply because he's more of an athlete. I believe he's a better defender and he's a better rebounder if he's going to get in there and rebound. But even if not, he still has a better opportunity to get rebounds because he's more athletic and he's taller. So it's like Norman Powell, if you're not going to give us nothing, he might as well play Derrick Jones Jr.
And Norman's not known as a rebounder. It's not you're a basketball player, and we talked about this just the other day. I don't care if what you're known for. You have to rebound right now. That's gonna break that. That's simple things like that are gonna break the Clippers back, like it did in game 1, and it almost did last night too. So, for Bogey, what Bogey did last night, bro, oh my God, I'm like, bro, you might need to sit down for a game or so.
Bogey might get played off the floor.
You need to watch.
Yes. He might get played off the floor, Ox.
Y'all know I got big love for Bogey, but you might have to just watch this game.
It might be that time for Bogey. Like, you know, everybody ages at different rates and different times. Like he has not looked good all season.
But I don't think it's because of age, Ron. No, I don't think it's no.
So Bogey, I know.
I don't think
not leaving last night without 10 points. He's just not.
Is it fair to say that we also have seen the Denver Nuggets defense on the perimeter has been good too? Now, don't let what
Bogey.
Now,
I know,
right? But here's the thing, Ron, and to Ox's point, when you have a guy who's a specialist, and that's what Bogey is, he's a long ball shooter. That's what he's coming in to do, and we focus solely on that. If you got a guy that's 6'6", 6'7", and we are able to fight around screens like Brown has been able to do, we able to chase him off the long ball line. Well, when we're able to do that, he's not really known for anything else. He's not a playmaker. He's not going to defend. He's not going to put the ball on the floor at a high rate and get to the rim. He's not a great finisher around the rim. What he is he's a long ball shooter. If we chase him off the line, we make that obsolete. We make him obsolete, which is what I feel like Denver has done in this series with him. And on top of that, he has not been smart as a defender. He finds himself getting dumb fouls. That kind of stuff gets you played off the floor.
Yo, Jay, I wanna ask you. So it's 1-1 right now. Who you got in this series, and how many games?
For Clippers, I'll take Clippers in 6. I will. I don't like the way that I think when I was watching the game last night and I watched game 1, I thought about Mars a lot because when I was on here the first time, Mars said, "Wow, how bad has Jokic been as a defender this season compared to the previous couple seasons?" And so when I'm watching the game last night, I'm watching him get switched onto Kawhi, right? Get blown by, have to pick up a bad foul because he gets blown by. I'm watching him, Norman Powell, pick out that switch for the game clincher right there. And so when I'm watching Jokic on defense, I'm a little concerned, especially the way he played in the fourth quarter. He had 3 of his 7 turnovers in the fourth, two turnovers that I thought were pretty poor, and he looked a little rushed to me, but I don't think it was the Clippers defense that was doing that to him. I think that he just looked a little rushed. There was a play where I think Aaron Gordon had missed a drive, right? Jokic comes down with the rebound, just throws up a turnaround with 12 seconds left in the shot clock, right? Doesn't even let his team.
Oh,
he knew he was like, "What am I doing?" I remember
it looked like he was communicating with AG. He was like AG told him to shoot it or something, but it hit the rim though.
Yeah. So the shot clock reset. So like things like that just looked a little off for me. Right. And so I think if Jokic continues to play defense like that and he becomes such a liability like that on the other side, because they were really picking on him last night. Like if he becomes such a liability like that, I don't see the Nuggets making it out in past 6 games. I think they go home.
I still got the Nuggets winning in 6, Ron. I do. I think that the difference is everything that you guys talked about on the glass.
Yeah.
I think that they got to limit. I think that they have to continue to limit the Clippers' second chance opportunities. They got to take better care of the basketball in transition. And when we have nip and tuck games like we had yesterday, where it's 1 possession games, as much as I love Kawhi Leonard, who do I trust more in the meat and potatoes of the game, Leonard or Joker? I'm going to go with the best player in the league. I am. And I still have the Nuggets in 6. And until the Clippers bounce them, that's who I'm sticking with. Nuggets in 6.
Shit, but you stand on my best player is better than your best player.
100%.
Yeah, the best player.
No. No.
Right here. Kawhi Leonard is the best player in this series for sure.
The best player yesterday.
That's what it's looking like right now. Yeah,
he played the best. I'm not gonna argue that point. He looked fantastic.
Jokic might be the best player in the regular season, chill, but this is playoff basketball.
You're not gonna get me to say
this is playoff basketball.
It 100% is, no doubt about that. And if, to be honest with you, Ox, if what I saw from Kawhi Leonard, if that continues and the Nuggets play like they did down the stretch, they might not win another game in this series. This series might be over in 5. But
it's not. I'm
not gonna go that far. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, like, respectfully, in the playoff setting, like, Kawhi's shown that he's the best player in this series. He's you know what I'm saying? He's better than Jokic in the playoffs. I know y'all talk about playoff risers and this and that. Well, since we're talking about that, we're not talking about the regular season. Regular season, yeah, Jokic, you got it. But in the playoffs, there's a guy that rises to the occasion every time. Doesn't win every game. Obviously, nobody does that. But he is definitely the best player in the playoffs.
What's his name? Who does he go by?
You know who he is.
Are you talking about Kawhi Jeffrey Jordan?
I'm talking about my GOAT. I'm talking about my GOAT.
Hey man, I know that I know that I've seen Joker over the course of his career in the playoffs, and he gets busy. Yes, he had a stinker last year in Game 7, up 20, no doubt about that. But I can say the same thing about Leonard. But you know what I'm not doing? I'm not saying that. You know why? Because I just saw him score 40 yesterday, and I'm just happy to see my uncle. I'm happy to hang with my uncle. That's what I'm happy to do. I ain't got nothing bad to say about Kawhi Leonard. I'm happy to see my uncle. I'm so happy he hit, no doubt.
And it might not be like that every night. You know what I'm saying? It might not be 13 for 16, 39 points. Like stat-wise, that was crazy. It might not be like that. It might be some 32s, 34s, 29s, 26s, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. But he's still going to be the most impactful player in this series, night in, night out. The thing about it is, I think James Harden had me shook last night. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, oh no, James, please don't go back to this. Please don't be this dude. Because y'all know, I'll be like, God damn, James, you tricked me. But
it's coming.
He woke up. He hit some big shots. He woke up. So as long as James Harden can come to play some basketball, you know what I'm saying? As long as he can play basketball for 4 quarters. I can't have any first quarter or fourth quarter slumps from James Harden. I need him to be consistent and play basketball. If he does that, Clippers in 6. If not,
he could have been better last night, but I'm not mad at what James brought to the table.
Yeah, he came around. He came around.
I wasn't mad at that 18-7. Y'all, Ox, you had alluded to it, and I want to kind of harp on this because Kawhi Leonard, when April, May, and June come around, the Terminator is in full effect. And I just want to let you guys know, everybody out there, every single playoff that Kawhi's been in and has played a minimum of 10 games, his numbers rise and his production rises. Just don't forget that. Hey, chill. When Uncle's around, it's good. It's good. The barbecue going, the vibes is going. It's sunny outside. You getting presents and gifts. He riding you around in his new fly whip. It's good. It's all.
I'd love to see you more, Unc, but the fact that you're here right now, I'm straight. I'm good.
He give you a hot dub, nephew. Keep some money in your pocket.
Hey, put this in your pocket, young fella. Yes, put this in your pocket. You straight.
Don't show this to your mother.
Don't say nothing to your mother. Don't. You're gonna get in trouble. No, don't say nothing to your mother.
That's crazy. I had a dream about my Uncle Steve last night. This is all coming together right now.
Real, yo.
This, I swear to God, that's crazy. I had a dream about my Uncle Steve last night, and look at this, man. Uncle Steve came to play, baby.
So happy to see my uncle, man. Just so happy to have him back. So dope. So dope.
Shout out Kawhi, y'all. Once again, make sure you turn on your notification bells. Make sure you like the stream, subscribe, become a member. Let me shout out our Hall of Famers right quick. My man Minor, Cheese, Cheese, the one that just gifted all of you guys these Players' Choice memberships. This Cheese right here. Shout out to Cheese, Vale, Tyrus Williams, and Multi Kenny. Shout out the GOATs. And also, let me tell you guys about a beautiful destination where it's better than Cancun, where Jokic is going to be soon. This location right here on PrizePicks. Now, today, you guys are going to get the dub host picks of the day. But before we get to that, I just want to let you guys know about something special that PrizePicks has going on right now. It's called Takes to Tickets. Yes, your takes can take you to the championship, the NBA championship here on PrizePicks. Well, all you have to do is, download PrizePicks, use promo code PANEL, and every time you make a $5 3-pick flex NBA lineup on PrizePicks during the playoffs, you will be entered into a sweepstakes. And that sweepstakes can take you to the championship to sit courtside when Kawhi Leonard and Giannis Antetokounmpo meet each other. But we'll get to that later. As of right now, I want to show you guys how we rocking today on PrizePicks. God damn, 20 turns to 7-10. Woo-hoo-hoo! That's what I'm talking about. Now, we got two demon picks. The first one is Andrew Nembhard or Ryan Nembhard, whoever it is today, getting 14 points or 15 points or more. And that's a demon pick. And then we got Hillbilly Mamba, 25 points. Chill. You said he was going to get shut down today, but we think otherwise. 25 points for the White Mamba or the Hillbilly Mamba. And then we got Jalen Williams, J-Dub, just getting 5 rebounds. And then Luka Doncic. Ox, you going left for Luka tonight?
You made these picks. This is the L host picks of the
day. This is crazy, y'all.
Trash.
Well, I guess we go with Luka less than 31 points. And this is how you turn $20 into $700. Thank you. Come again. All right, fellas. Well, as if one wasn't good enough, we had 2 takeovers last night. Another carry job, but this one wasn't in Denver. It wasn't in a Mile High City. It was in the city that never sleeps. And Tom Thibodeau for sure was up all night last night thinking about Cade Cunningham and his 33 points and 12 rebounds. Shout out to Cade. He put on a masterclass last night. Also, shout out to Dennis Schroeder. He had 20 points off the bench and hit a clutch 3 with less than a minute to, seal the game for the Detroit Pistons. Now, the Pistons, they had lost 15 straight playoff games before finally winning this one. And the Pistons, they had 14 free throws, and the Knicks only had 2 by halftime. What's up?
Ron, that's the longest losing streak in playoff history, right?
Is it?
Well, that's what I heard. I just want to throw that out.
Yeah.
What, 15 straight? If I'm not mistaken, I know that Memphis, when they had Gasol, they didn't win a playoff game. They were swept out of the playoffs every year he was in the playoffs. They didn't win one game. I think they said Detroit hadn't won a playoff game since 2007 or something like that.
Yeah.
And we hadn't won one before that since 2006.
It is the longest losing streak.
Well, I just wanted to throw that out there. No shots at Detroit. Shout out Detroit.
You guys won in the Hawks to get swept. That's why.
No. What I'm saying is, Morris, is we went from late 06 to early 23. They went
because you won in the playoffs the whole time.
Right. You can't.
You just missed the play. You can't lose playoff games if you want that.
Yeah, either way, Morris, what I'm saying is they didn't win a playoff game in a much longer time. We don't need context to this, all right? It was 17 years for them and 16 years for us. I'm just want to say that. Shout out Detroit. I love y'all. Just wanted to put that out there. Put that on your mind.
You know what's crazy? Detroit goes from the longest playoff losing streak and the longest regular season consecutive losing streak, 28 games last year, to now.
Trash.
Give Cade the keys to the city. I'm going to leave it at that. Y'all got it. Jay, you want to talk about this?
Yeah, hold on. Let me get right real quick. My bad.
You don't want to talk about Cade. You want to talk about? Oh,
listen. Well, we got to talk about Cade, man. Cade is that guy. And honestly, when I'm watching the game, I'm looking at Cade, and it reminds me. It might be a little too early to say this, but it reminds me of Anthony Edwards last year, right? Being super ultra competitive and carrying his team in games that honestly feel like they should be more competitive. I think that the Knicks really lost the game last night on the boards. There's absolutely no reason that you get out rebounded by 14. Right, there should not be a 14 rebound differential. We just talked about how important rebounding is. There's no excuse for that at all. But goddamn, man, Cade just felt like he got whatever he wanted last night. He got to the line a bunch, right? I think he shot 14 free throws, 12 free throws. He got to the line a bunch. He made the right decisions with the ball. They didn't turn it over a ton, right? Like turned it over a comfortable amount. I think Cade is that guy. He's giving me Anthony Edwards vibes from last year.
They had some communication issues early on defense. Detroit did, but then they were able to clean that stuff up. I thought the Knicks transition defense was horrible last night. I didn't think that they were communicating at all. I didn't think that they were able to find shooters in transition. Beasley is wide open in the corner. Ryan Hollins is wide open in the corner. Cade isn't being met with any resistance until he gets almost to the 3-point line. The pickup point was like 2 or 3 steps after half court. In transition, nobody was being found. On top of that, I have to give Cade, which I've been watching him throughout the course of this season, and Mars and I had a conversation a little bit about this. I got to give Cade more credit for the athlete that he is. He has deceptive athleticism. No, he ain't James. No, he isn't Giannis or anything like that. But at 6'6", 6'7", when he gets going, he gets up the floor with the best of them. And not only does he get up the floor with the best of them, he gets to the rim with the best of them. And I love his weak hand finishing more than I love anything about him. When he can go in there and beat up on those big guys. I thought defensively, this Pistons team holding the Knicks to one shot, I thought that was the difference in this series. And the fact that Cat is non-existent. Big fella, where you at? Help me out, big fella.
Messed up the parlay last night.
And anytime you want to get involved in this, big fella, help us out, my man. Whenever you want to do it. And I know that you guys talk a lot about Tibbs's rotations. Let's be clear about who Tibbs is. Tibbs is going to give you a shot, and he's going to give you a shot early, but you better do something. I watched Shamet come into the game, turn the ball over, immediately turn the ball over, and then foul. I'm like, this keeps up. He's not going to be out here long. Not only is he not going to be out here long, you ain't going to see him again for the rest of the night. And you didn't. You did not. Why Precious Achiuwa wasn't on the floor, that part I didn't get. But Tibbs's rotation has always been like this throughout the course of the season. In the third quarter, he'll play his starters the majority of the third quarter. He'll have one rotation where Miles McBride will come in. But other than that, you won't see much of those other guys. I didn't really get much production from Cam. Tibbs is going to play his rotation guys. The question is what are you guys going to do while you're out there? He will leave you out there if you're giving him production. If you're not, you're getting a quick hook, and he's going to stick with his starters.
Mm-hmm. You guys ready to start having some conversations? We don't have to today. I'm not going to force you guys to do anything you don't want to do.
This about to be
nothing. About what? About what?
Cade Cunningham.
See, here we go.
Mars, you know what conversation I'm ready to start having?
What conversation is
I
that?
actually don't.
What conversation is that, Ron?
I don't know who you're about to compare Cade to. Like,
I'm not about to compare him to anything. I'm about to ask, where does he rank in the league amongst point guards? Because
he's top 10.
Based on one game, Ron?
Based on the season. Cade played 70. He played 70 games this year. He gave you 26 points, 9 assists, 6 rebounds.
Yep.
He was an all-star, all NBA caliber.
Yep.
On top of that, he dragged this team. And what I'm saying that loosely because much credit to the vets that they picked up, a lot of credit to JP Victor's staff. But Cade dragged this team to the playoffs after being what they were last year. It is time to start having serious Cade Cunningham conversations, and I'm ready whenever.
So, Ron, I'm going to throw some names out for you, and I want you to tell me when to stop.
Y'all gonna call me disloyal today?
Okay, Luka.
Today I'm gonna be deemed as disloyal.
Okay,
you're saying he's better than Hallie and Trey.
I gotta keep him. He might be better than some other people too.
So Luka, thumbs up or thumbs down, Ron? Yes or no?
Not right now, no.
Okay.
No,
Shea.
actually, no.
Okay, no. Shea, thumbs up or thumbs down?
No.
Curry, thumbs up or thumbs down?
Nah.
Brunson, thumbs up or thumbs down?
Now is when we got to start talking. For every name from here on out, it is a conversation. Every name.
Halliburton, thumbs up or thumbs down?
Give me Cade.
Damian Lillard, thumbs up or thumbs down?
Give me Cade.
Maxey, thumbs up or thumbs down?
Phil next.
Okay. LaMelo Ball.
Cade.
Darius Garland.
Cade.
Wow. Okay. All right. So when we talk about Brunson, and we talk about Cade, where's the separation for you?
It's the size.
I'm bigger.
It's the defensive abilities. It's the fact that I can get downhill and get to the free. Well, Jalen Brunson gets to the free throw line at will too, but it's the fact that I can.
The way he gets there is interesting. But
he gets there. But it's the fact that I can finish over the top. I can dunk on you. It's the fact that I can look over the defense, and on top of that, it's a passing gap too between the two.
Yeah,
it's an experience gap as well,
right?
That Jalen Brunson has. It's a crafty ability that Jalen Brunson have. Jalen Brunson can, and it's a clutch gene too. Yep. But it is a conversation that has to be had right now, right now.
Does it bother you his ability to take care of the basketball yet? Because again, Ron, I know you just ran off the numbers to me, right? I know you just ran off the numbers to me. That 26 and I think 9 that he's averaging this year. So last year he averaged 23 and 8. So 23 and 7 last year, something like that. So in terms of the numbers, it's really not much of a gap, right? But it just looks different this year than it did last year. That point I won't argue, Ron. That point I'm not going to argue. However, between him and Brunson, is there a gap? Is there a gap between how, one, I take care of the basketball, 2, how I orchestrate what's going on out here, and the floor leader that I am? Because I like to think that matters, because there's a trust aspect that comes into being a primary ball handler. That something good is going to happen when I have the basketball. Do my guys, not just my guys, do you trust him, Brunson, with the basketball more than you trust Cade? Do you trust Trae Young with the basketball more than you trust Cade more often? I don't just mean in stretches, I mean period. Who do you trust more with the basketball?
I trust Jalen Brunson and I trust Trae more with the basketball. But once again, how often in a game are they going to have the basketball in their hands? I need somebody to rebound. We just talked about rebounding.
Sure.
And Cade Cunningham is, I don't know the exact numbers, but he's probably top 5 rebounder point guard in the NBA.
I'm not sure.
Cade Cunningham is 6'7". We know Trae's deficiencies, and his deficiencies all are because of his size. Jalen Brunson, he's stronger and he knows he's more crafty, so he can get away with certain things, but his deficiencies are because of his size. Cade Cunningham, you're not. Have we seen him get picked on this series on defense?
Not yet. We only seen 2 games, so not yet.
Chill. If they haven't done it in the 2 games, I highly doubt that they're not doing it because they can't do it.
You talking about picked on defense, like him guarding being a defensive liability?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
So that is where, it's a gap right there. But
sure,
to be honest, I will probably say 6 out of 10 times today, like if we were just to go around teams and if you were just to throw 10 teams out there, I will probably take Jalen Brunson on 6 out of the 10 teams.
Now, Ron, it's because Cade is very much like what you said about Ant. Is Cade introducing himself to the world like, this is who I am, this is what you should expect to see for the next half to next decade? Because I think he's only 20, what is he, 22? Something like that, 23?
Yeah.
So this is what you should expect to see over the next 8 to 10 years from me. So are you jumping the gun here, putting him in the conversation? Because again, Ron, I'd like to think that what I've done in the past matters when you're talking about me and you're talking about other people. You just got here. You got 2 playoff games from him. I've been doing this for years if I'm Jalen Brunson. I've been doing this for years as Steph Curry. I've been doing this for years if I'm Damian Lillard. And that's what you're basing Cade Cunningham on in terms of putting him in that conversation, Ron. Because throughout the course of the season, yes, he's been getting busy. But the legend of you gets raised in the playoffs. And if I'm Damian Lillard, like this Milwaukee series is about to change off the strength that I'm coming back. Off the strength that I'm about to get back in the lineup. What we're going to look like when I'm back in the lineup, that's something different. But the fact that I'm back out here, this thing is going to change. This is what I'm thinking about when I think about Cade. Have I seen enough from him to talk about him like I talk about Brunson, like I talk about Trae Young, because these guys have had moments in the playoffs. I haven't seen that moment yet from Cade Cunningham.
Last night wasn't a good enough moment?
It was.
I know you got to see more, but last night wasn't.
I mean,
indicative of what we gonna see from.
I seen Trae Young go into Madison Square Garden and shut the door on them. Y'all dudes is out. Get these dudes out the playoffs. I've seen him do that.
A much worse Knicks team, by the way.
Even if it was a much that environment is still a hostile environment, and it's the playoffs. I still have to
imagine how hostile it is when the team's good.
It's even more hostile, 100%.
Yeah, so they're not going against the same team. It may be the same franchise, but the 21 Knicks and the 2025 Knicks levels to this.
There's a gap, 100%. There is a gap. I won't that point. I won't argue, but it's still the playoffs, and I still have to perform in the playoffs because we've seen guys playing in the playoffs against worse teams or teams that aren't as good, and they aren't great in those series. Trae Young went in there and completely dominated them.
Oh, for sure. He was amazing. He was amazing. Derrick Rose was the Knicks' best player. So, I mean.
That says a lot about
Cade's good.
Yes, he is.
Cade's good. Definitely a top 10 point guard. Probably not as high as Ron, but definitely top 10. And he's rightfully so going to make All-NBA this year. So, shout out to
Where
Cade.
do you have him, Ron, as an All-Pro this year? Which team do you have him on? I know we're gonna go. I know we're gonna go over it later on when it comes out. But where do you have him? I got him on the third team.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure. No, I know. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I was.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure it's second team. Pretty sure.
All right.
Yes.
Hey Ron, can you check my?
You
forgot
Cade.
Hey, Ox, tell me you did it again, Ox. We already got
pretty sure. No, I'm pretty sure I got him on that third team. I just want to be sure because, like I said, I did it. It was like 2:30 in the morning. Ron texted me, "I need your list." I'm like, "All right, but my bad." So I hope I did though. I'm pretty sure I did the right thing. I still feel bad about the whole men thing. I wish Ron would have remedied that for me, but whatever.
I know I had him on the second or third team. I can't remember which one, but he was there.
I got him on third team.
Yeah, I think third sounds right though.
In terms of box plus minus, he's the 7th best point guard in the NBA, and in terms of WARP, he's 6th. So
6 you
of all those stats, like so, I feel like certain analytics or metrics or ratings or stats or whatever, I feel like they hold more weight for different positions. So as a point guard, which of those like is box plus minus or VORP are those mean more to you for like your starting point guard?
Oh, they mean absolutely nothing to me either way. I just thought for Penn if he's
Boss
watching.
don't even like box plus minus.
But box plus minus and VORP are the same thing. It's just one takes into account how many games you play. So
that's VORP, right?
In box plus minus, he's 7th, but in VORP, he's 6th because he played more games than Dame.
Gotcha.
So that's why I brought up both. But it means absolutely nothing to me either way. But just so if Penn's listening, even the box plus minus and VORP says he's one of the best point guards in the NBA.
And speaking of Penn and speaking of VORP and all this good stuff, Chill, you asked me just about Cade and whether I was jumping the gun and whatnot. Yep. Chill, I just want you to know in the words of my good friend Penn.
Yep.
Pensare, to say his full name. Chill, I'm not wrong. I'm early. All right.
Those two things ain't the same.
Know
Those
that.
two things
I'm
are not
early.
the same. All right. Those two things are not the same. And maybe he is going to turn into what you think he's going to turn into. He may very well do that, Ron. Yeah.
You think Cade's better than John Morant?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. If
first of all,
they both on the table, give me Cade.
He better than Kyrie?
Not from a talent. What, Cade, Ron, do not.
I never said he's more talented.
Ron, okay, exactly, Ron. Don't get.
Never said he's more talented.
Mars is laying the trap for you, Mars. He's
I'm curious because I want to know where he. It sounds like he has Cade as like a top 5 point guard.
Okay,
like
Mars,
he said Luka, Shea, Steph, and then he really had Cade next.
Mars, you ran down a top 10 list of point guards, and Ja wasn't in it this season. He was not in it. You had named 10
he's
point
not
guards.
in my top 10 point guards for this season.
Right. Wow. Yeah. So with that being said, Ron, I think Cade Cunningham is solidified as a top 10 league guard in the game. He's not on the back end like 8, 9. No, I don't think he's that low.
He's knocking on that top 5.
I think you can have him anywhere between 6 and 8. I think we can have a conversation between 6 and 8. I'm comfortable with that. Yes. I'm comfortable with that. Mars, what's your percentage, by the way, with the water bottle?
Last week was a bad week. Last week I was 2 for 5.
Compared to a center.
I'm 2 for 2. I'm 2 for 2 this week though. I'm 2 for 2.
Okay, all right. So you got it going this week.
Yeah, it depends. It depends. It really depends on how full the
If it's
that improves my depth perception.
Would that be the same as the lane being clogged, Mars? Is that
something like that? Like, if it just feel like when the can's more full, I feel like it improves my ability to measure out the distance. So right now, I think I'm doing good because of that.
I thought it was the opposite. I thought you were saying like your trash be too full and to be bouncing.
That's what I thought. I thought the lane.
Like
I can't really.
No, because like the other bottles provide like a cushion. So like, I just bank it in, and like,
okay. I mean, two for 5. I think those are decent numbers. That's solid.
Depending on where you shoot.
Most weeks I aim to go 4 for 5. Sometimes I'll have 2 bottles in one episode, so I end up taking like 8 shots in a week. But I'm aiming to go like 75% plus most weeks. That's the goal.
That's pretty good.
Hey, Mars. Like I always say, you hit the rim, that mean you hot. Keep shooting, brother.
No, sometimes I'll be missing so bad. I don't know if you guys see my face. Like if I miss bad, like you'll see my face.
Get Mars on the floor. He killing us.
Mars is killing us. You gotta be a playoff riser, Mars. Now that it's playoffs, you gotta hit more shots.
Yeah, if I miss badly, like I might be quiet for the next 20 minutes. Like I'll be mad as hell if I'm missing that shot.
Quick side note. I'm kind of peeking at this replay of the Denver Nuggets game. That double got to come quicker with Leonard. And if you're gonna double Leonard with Aaron Gordon on him, Russell Westbrook, you can't soft double. If you're gonna jump him. You cannot get over there slow. Ox, listen, brother. If you fighting, I'm jumping in and I'm swinging on him. I'm not just coming in and no, I'm getting in the fight. Get in it.
But so who was it at the end of the game when it was him and AG? Was that Jamal that came from the middle?
No, that was
that was
Russ.
Yeah.
It was Russ.
That was Russ.
Okay, yeah. See, that's the thing though. In game 1, like it seemed like Kawhi was more willing to let the trap, let the double, let the blitz come, and he was kind of getting. I'm not gonna say frantic, but he was like, okay, who can I get the ball to? Last night, it looked like he was seeing which side it was coming from. He was just going the other way. Just simply when he see the come from that way, he just boom attack that hip. And to your point, Kawhi is too strong. Like if I get my shoulder right here, bro, you're not stopping me. Some people you can kind of nudge and it can cause them to, retreat dribble or something. Kawhi's getting lower, taking one more dribble. He's too strong getting to his spots. Like I think I need to stop doubling him personally.
Ox, you want to go to the Intuit Dome? You want to go catch a game?
I can't. I'm stuck at the crib for about 2 more months, bro. I can't.
Well,
go
you
nowhere.
stay your big ass at the crib. I'm downloading the Gametime app. I'm creating an account. I'm using code CLNS, and I'm getting $20 off my first purchase because you know why? Why? Because it's feeling like why in 2019. You know when he basically walked everybody down? You remember what he did to Joel Embiid and them? And then you remember where he got to the finals? He made KD go home. He made Clay go home. He made Steph go home. He made Draymond cry to his mama. And it's feeling like that all over again. And that's why I'm using the Gametime app, because it makes getting tickets faster and easier. And, well, obviously it's playoff time, so it's harder to get seats because, well, it's playoff time. But with the Gametime app, prices are actually better, like Kawhi, for playoff time. And with the Gametime app, you can get tickets up to tip-off and even after tip-off. They have killer last-minute deals, all-in prices, and you can view your seats before you purchase them. And they have the lowest price guaranteed, which means Gametime takes the guesswork out of buying tickets for all playoff seats. Now, with Gametime, you get last-minute deals. You can save up to 60% off by buying last-minute tickets for sports, concerts, comedy, theater, etc., etc. So take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Gametime. Download the Gametime app, create an account, and use code CLNS to get $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply, but again, create an account, redeem using code CLNS for $20 off. Download the Gametime app today. Get last-minute tickets at the lowest prices guaranteed. I'll see y'all at the Intuit Dome.
Hey, but nah, Rondo, you got the tickets. I got the flights. Well, with me because the way my credit card set up, Steve Ballmer, he taxing. So.
No, that's cool. You
sound like my dudes.
You got the drink.
Work with him, Ron. Work with him. Work with your
man,
man, Ron.
You got the drinks at the game.
Hell yeah, I'll bring my backpack. You know, old school. I put it in the Gatorade bottle.
One thing at a time. Well, can we get to the game first? My man said he can get up there.
So we'll rock paper scissors when we get there.
Yeah,
I'm looking up the Spirit. Spirit got some good flights to LA right now. So.
Spirit.
Hell yeah! What you grab the flight, grab the tickets. I got the flights, bro.
Yeah, he got you. What's the deal, Ron? It's a day trip.
You got it.
We can do it. It's a day trip. Throw the backpack on. Let's hit the Intuit Dome. Let's do that.
Hell yeah.
Y'all, I do want to throw this on the screen because we talked about it a little bit, but here we go. But whoa. Here we go. Yeah, this one.
Stop sharing that.
The last time that the Pistons won a playoff game, these guys were running around. This was their starting lineup. Chauncey Billups, Rip Hamilton, Antonio McDyess, Tayshaun Prince, and Rasheed Wallace. 2007, 2008. Good times, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I wasn't around, so
they lost to the Celtics in the East Finals that year. I remember that. That's when they had Chris Webber.
Been some time, y'all.
From the conference finals to not winning another playoff game for 17 years is crazy.
Nasty, ain't it? That is so nasty.
Cade Cunningham was 6 years old.
Wow.
Asor Thompson was 5 years old. And Jalen Brunson was 4 years old. And it's supposed to be another slide on here. Mars was 3 years old. Or maybe 2. My bad, Mars. 1, 3 months?
I wasn't talking. I can assure you of that.
3 months. All right. Shout out to Pistons, y'all.
And they're gonna win 3 more.
Next year. Not this year, next year. I guess a different team.
Yeah.
I promise you, even though they took care of business last night and they did what they supposed to do, they went to the Garden and won one. The series does not go their way. I can assure you.
I really am shocked. I did not expect Detroit to get any games in the Garden.
Yeah, me neither.
I mean, if they didn't fold in game 1, they'd be up 2-0.
Which is
like
crazy.
they've competed in this series. Like this is a tight series. Like I'm not saying the Pistons are gonna win. That was me just trolling them. But like they're in this series. This is a close series. This isn't one of them. It's like this ain't no Miami, Cleveland, or Boston, Orlando. This is a tough series. Whoever wins is going to fight to win this series.
I think that the main edge that the Knicks have, though, and the reason that we saw that big 4 run by 21-0, the last game was just a playoff experience, right? We see a lot of teams like OKC last year, right? That number one team in the West come in and then in the conference finals they lose, right? To guys with more playoff experience. That really, this is the time of the year where that really kicks in. So I think that played a part in game 1, and it'll play a part in the next 3 games.
Can y'all imagine that atmosphere in Detroit though? Game 3, what's it called? It's the Little Caesars. What is it?
Yeah.
It is. That joint gonna be hot and ready. That joint gonna be hot and ready, boy.
If they're gonna be there in the crowd,
hell yeah. Detroit. That's gonna be a dope atmosphere, man. That's gonna be. You know what? Shout out to the people of Detroit, man. They deserve this, man. Shout out to them and the team, and this is gonna be live.
So you figure Bernie. Coach, I keep wanting to call him Bernie Bickerstaff because that's his father, but JB. So he's got Asor, year 2, Hollins, Rook. Like these guys are this is what's in his rotation, and he's doing what he can because they look young. I mean, last night Asor looked like a sore. To be honest with you, he looked like a sore spot. If I'm being honest, he fouled out in like 15 minutes. No. He did not.
Some of them weren't fouls, man. Some of them were not fouls.
A lot of them.
And the Mars, I'm glad you brought that up because I felt like that officiating in the second half, late in the game. I felt like that officiating was bad. I do. I felt like that officiating was bad. I felt like Brunson sold a lot, but that's him though. And I still have not gotten a satisfactory answer from any of you dudes. Why is flopping on the offensive end not a fine like it is on the defensive end? It's illegal.
Ask Jokic.
It's illegal.
He was flopping crazy too.
Yes, he was. One more time. NBA, if you guys are listening, flopping is illegal on defense. Why is it not illegal on offense? Why?
Because a lot of your stars losing money.
You charge dudes a technical foul, and the second one is a $5,000 fine for flopping. Why isn't that going on the offensive end? Because we got a bunch of dudes in the league flopping. Bunch of them. That's going on. Why isn't that why isn't that going on the offensive end? I need a satisfactory answer on that.
Yeah,
So
shout out to Jalen Brunson, man.
Yep.
Obviously, this series is 1-1. The Knicks barely, well, they kicked open the door in the fourth quarter, but the first three quarters, it ain't look good for them. Game 2, Detroit for the most part had control of that game. So now I gotta ask you guys, same question as last series. Who you got in this series, and then how many games?
I still got Knicks in 7, Ron. I do.
Knicks in 7?
Is
that what you had in the beginning, Chill?
Yes, sir. I had the Knicks in 7, and I'm still sticking with that.
So you thought it was going to be a 7-game series?
I did. I thought it was going to be a 7-game series, and I'm still sticking with that. I got the Knicks in 7. I think that they go home. I think Detroit goes home, and I think that atmosphere. I think that they get game 2. I think the Knicks get I think the Knicks get game 3. Sorry, I think Detroit gets game 3. I think the Knicks get game 4. We come back home. I think the Knicks get game 5. Detroit gets game 6, and they come home to a zoo in Madison Square Garden, and they lose in game 7.
Man, I had Knicks in 5 or 6, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Last night was impressive, and I like this. I like the heart that Detroit's playing with. They got heart. They definitely gritting, they're grimy. They're playing good basketball, but at the end of the day, I do think OG can slow Cade down. And like I said, man, I got faith in Jalen Brunson going band for band with anybody. I got the Knicks still. I'm still gonna stand with the Knicks in 6 or 7.
Jay, you don't have you ain't got the Pistons winning another game.
Another game, and I'm sorry. I think that's the worst game you're gonna see from. I think this is the worst game that you're gonna see from Karl Anthony Towns this whole series, right? I think that they're never gonna have a rebounding game like that again. Yeah, last night was just absolutely abysmal, and there's no excuse for that. But I think that's the worst game that you'll see from Karl Anthony Towns. I expect, like my man said, Ox. I expect OG to play a little bit of defense on Cade and really bother him a lot more. And I expect Brunson to get it going, and it's 3 more games.
Yeah,
I'll comment in 3 games when they win. On the
I like Cade. To be honest with you, Ox, and I know how you feel about OG, but I think Cade has used what OG has against him. I love Cade's physicality when it comes to OG. Like, he brings the fight to OG when he's getting downhill. Like, a lot of guys with OG, they kind of stay away from that. They try to get away from him, create space. Not Cade. Cade is bringing the fight to him. He's inviting the bump. He's leaning on him to wear him down. And I do think that affects Cade. I do think that affects OG's defense throughout the course of the game. You got a 6'7" dude leaning on you, getting downhill like that.
Yeah, but that's going to affect Cade too. You know what I'm saying? Like, Cade, I think OG is ultimately stronger than Cade. I think he's obviously older. He's more experienced. I think he knows what he's doing. And it's you got to win 4 games, right? And so it's kind of like when I was talking about when we were thinking if the Grizzlies and Rockets played each other, like definitely a min is gonna bother Ja, but I think over a 7-game series, Ja gets the best of it. You know what I'm saying? The same thing with it's just a little the opposite way. I think OG got something for Cade, but Cade got something for OG like we seen last night too. So it goes both ways. It's just like out of 7, I just got to slow you down 4 times.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like the mark of a great defender or exceptional defender, whatever y'all want to call him, isn't me shutting you down for 4 straight games. You know what I'm saying? It's me doing what I can to you. And Cade is a great basketball player. So I don't expect OG to hold Cade to 16 points. You know what I'm saying? And then we sweep, and then they sweep the Pistons. Nah, but I expect you to make it difficult for the young fella and get your ass torched a couple times too. I mean, that's a part of basketball, especially at this level. Like at this level of basketball, we're talking about some of the best scorers, some of the best basketball players ever, right?
Yeah.
You're not gonna shut Cade down for a whole series. That's not gonna happen. So when you see a game last night, I see people in the comments like, "Oh, this is what we're paying OG for." Yeah, you're paying OG to guard Cade Cunningham. Yes, that's what you're paying him to do, and he's gonna get his ass worked sometimes. That's how it happens.
And to your point, Jay, when you're talking about the rebounding, I mean, I don't know. I think I'm in the minority because every time I see Jalen Duren, he just looked like a dude who worked in the factory. That he just got one of them like one of them wife beaters and a hard hat and a big ass backpack that he come to work every day. And you better be real careful how you talk to him. Real careful. It better not be none of that slick talk. Whenever you talk to him like an adult because he will see you in the parking lot after work. He looked like that kind of dude.
Jordan,
but he also looked like he also like the kind of dude
like he get on that pit. Like he get on that pit.
I was about to say that. Come on a Saturday afternoon at the house. He on the grill.
Yeah, my boy look brisket,
for sure.
Yeah.
Nah, there you go, just brisket shit. No, my boy look like he's straight out the Temptations. He's straight out the goddamn 5 Heartbeats. He in all them groups. Jalen Duren not to be played with. I keep telling you now.
He be like, I ain't come to play with your ass today. I'm here to work.
I don't know who
not
you
at all.
talking to.
My boy Jalen Duren look like he gonna be a great father. He look like he got all that coming up to him. Great husband. No kid. He ain't playing around.
Shout out Jalen.
He just look like that type of dude. He does.
Crazy thing is,
my nigga got an even all around. Old. Shit, the nigga look 41. My boy got that even all around, boy.
He look like, oh my God. He look like one of them dudes you be tight like, God, why y'all get into it with him?
He look like
you said what to him? You said what? No, you didn't. Now I gotta go clean this up.
Man. Oh, I ain't cleaning up shit. What? I got somewhere to be.
I gotta keep this nigga from. I gotta keep him from jumping on Ron's ass. Hold on, big fella. Let me talk to you for a minute, right? Because
now Ron gonna be on his own shit. I'm gonna ask Ron why he did that. Let's say Ron. Now you got no business messing with that. Jalen
gonna be on his own too. Like, I'm gonna stir it up and I'm gonna get up out of there. Y'all gonna really see how fast I am.
Bro, you gotta use that pepper spray on Jalen Duren, boy. You gotta take his eyes away from him.
You better have some bear spray.
Yeah, for sure. Jalen Duren gotta be.
Yeah. This is one of the better series though. This Knicks Pistons series. I know you guys talked about the Clippers and Denver, but this Knicks Detroit series is definitely one of the better series of these playoffs. I mean, we got some series that I think they're gonna make quick work of them. I think Boston should make quick work of them. I think Cleveland should make quick work of Miami, but this Detroit Knicks series, I think this is one of the better series in the playoffs.
Yeah, but I also think they're gonna go. I think it's gonna go 6. Like I said it's gonna be 4-2 the Pistons, because like I said on Playback last night, New York had to go on a hell of a run to beat them the first time, and Cade had a hell of a lapse, but it don't look like he's gonna have a lapse this time. So I'm telling y'all, I got it 4-2, bro. I got it 4-2. I got a 4-2. We locked in.
All right.
Hey, man, Detroit gonna do his thing. Now, same thing with the Clippers. I know I wasn't here. I was listening to y'all talk about the Clippers. I wouldn't overreact too much if I was Denver. Like, Kawhi had a hell of a game. Like, hell of a game. You know what I mean? Like, and if that's how you gotta beat him, if that's how you gotta beat him, then that's cool. You know what I mean? Beat me like that every time, because I'm gonna need 13. What's Kawhi shot? 13 for 16.
Yes.
And he had 40, 39. I mean, you can only tip your hat off to a performance like that. If he shoot like that for the rest of the series, he unhuman. You weren't supposed to beat that robot. So, that's what it is. Like, you can't really get too upset, or you can't really like think, too much of it. Like, man, he had a hell of a game, bro. If he shoot like that for the rest of the series, he gonna cook everybody. Ain't nobody gonna beat him. So I wouldn't overreact if I was Denver. They played a good game, and Denver didn't play their best game, but I wouldn't overreact.
So the two series that have went 2 games are both 1-1. So we're in for 2 good series with those. We have 3. What'd you say?
We about to go 1-1 a day.
Well, which series? Because we got the Bucks playing the Pacers, the Grizzlies playing
1-1.
the Thunder, and
2-0.
And the Wolves playing the Lakers.
2-0.
All right, let's start with the first one that you said is 1-1. Bucks and Pacers tonight. How y'all feeling about that?
I'm not.
Dame finna come out here. Dame finna come out here. Smoke Tyrese Halliburton, overrated ass.
Well, he's questionable for tonight.
Ain't no question.
That's the line. That's the line on him. He's questionable.
Said Dame will return to action. I believe. He said Dame will return to action.
I didn't see that yet, Mars. I just saw that he was questionable for tonight. I didn't see that. I didn't see that he was back in the lineup.
Hey, chill. Like Deion Sanders said, when they say he's arguably the best corner in NFL history, ain't no arguing, ain't no question. It ain't no question at all. I'm telling you, they ain't about to smoke Tyler Hero ass for being overrated, for
Tyler
talking
Hero.
shit. I mean, not Tyler Hero, Halliburton, Tyrese, same shit, whatever.
Any Tyler.
Yeah. Give me Tyler anyway, though. But anyways, they ain't about to smoke his ass for talking all that shit. And now they finna lose. You about to see Indiana lose by 20 tonight. That's what's about to happen. They about to lose by 20 tonight.
Smoke.
You seen Pascal Siakam talking shit? No. They should have did that. Giannis about to give his ass 45 tonight.
So it's the Damian Giannis show tonight.
Oh, yeah. Oh, because Pascal shouldn't have been talking shit.
That's the only way they win. It's the Damian Giannis show every time. That's the only way they're gonna win.
And Pascal shouldn't have been talking shit. He started talking shit too. Okay, so Giannis got something for his ass. I'll tell you that right now. And you better believe the NASA's sitting courtside. So that's even that's even more. That's even more, I'm telling you, boy, that shit. I'm letting y'all know it's gonna be 1-1 that series. I'm not too worried about that series. That one 1-1. Regardless, that series gonna go 6 games or 7.
Jay, who you got tonight?
I do have the Bucks tonight. Do I think that they blow Indiana by 20? I can't say that now because I don't think that Dame being back fixes the other problems that had them lose game 1. But I do think the Bucks pick up a win tonight, and I do think it goes 6-7 as well.
Mars?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll go the opposite of what everyone else is saying. I'll go with the Pacers.
No, hell no, Mars. No, Mars. What do you really think? Dame returning, Hadley was talking shit. You don't think that's gonna have no effect on the game?
When did I say that?
You talking about you gonna go against everybody else? No, I want
I'm just picking the opposite of what you guys go with. I don't know what's gonna happen, so we'll go with the Pacers.
Bullshit.
I talk about what happens. I'm not good at predicting what's going to happen. I tend to be wrong on that all the time. So what I'm doing is on my channel, I predicted the series, and the ones that I wasn't confident in on this channel, I'm going to predict the opposite. So either way, I'm gonna be right in some capacity.
What? Look, but
on my channel,
he be talking about me.
Yeah, on my channel, I had Bucks in 7 over the Pacers. Over here, I got the Pacers winning the series. On my channel, I had the Knicks in 7 over the Pistons.
He's a genius.
On this channel, I'm gonna go with the Pistons.
Hey,
and then
he always
Boston
talking about me though.
Series, I'm gonna stick with them because they're gonna win regardless. On my channel, I had the Clippers over the Nuggets. On this channel, I'm gonna go with the Nuggets over the Clippers. On my channel, I had the Lakers over the Wolves. On this channel, I'm gonna go with the Wolves over the Lakers. The Rockets on my channel, I had winning. On this channel, I'm gonna go with the Warriors.
Like, oh hell no!
So whichever one, I'm gonna be right.
Move on. He sold us out.
Absolutely.
Mars is a double agent.
Absolutely. I'm gonna be right. I'm gonna be right one way or another.
And he always talk about me.
Yeah.
You worse than me.
Absolutely, I'm worse than you.
Yeah, you way worse than me. I just set it up to where I can be right. You set it up to where you, without a doubt, gonna be right.
Yes.
That shit totally different.
Yes. But I got the Pacers tonight. Unless you're on my channel, then I got the Bucks.
Chill. Who you rocking with? Game 2.
I think Dame comes out early, and I think he goes at Halliburton. Halliburton has had some success against Dame in the past, and he does get busy against him. But I mean, Dame doesn't fix a lot of the problems that they have on the defensive side of the ball. He fixes a lot of the problems that they have on the offensive side of the ball. I think Kuz plays better this game because I think that Dame being on the floor is going to take some of that pressure off of him offensively. So I think he's going to get out and transition a little bit more. With that being said, I still think that the Pacers end up winning this game tonight, and I think that they go back to Milwaukee up 2-0.
All right.
I don't think Kuz is going to play much better, but I mean,
I've been called a Kuz hater.
Jordan, did you see him in Jordan? Wait a minute.
Are y'all surprised?
Ron, stop right here. Jordan, he was abysmal in game 1. Like, you ever watch guys play and you forget that they're out there? Like, are you sitting here telling me that this kid honestly can play worse than that?
Yeah, then you end up in Tijuana playing next season. I'm telling you, I don't know what y'all expect from Kuz. I told y'all about Kuz when he first got there. That wasn't an upgrade.
Right.
Trading him for Middleton was clearly a downgrade. But hey, man, keep that faith in Kuz. You're gonna see. They lost who?
AJ Johnson. He's like
the best piece of the whole trade.
It's a bad trade. But shout out to Kuzma.
Man, I'm telling y'all that shit. I don't know why y'all think Kuz was gonna help them. When y'all brought that shit up in the trade, I was telling you, I'm like, bro, have y'all been watching Kuz?
He has helped them though, Jordan.
When?
Like, Jordan, you so critical of dudes. Like, dudes either suck or they awesome. Like, it's no in between.
You can be in between. He's just not in between.
And Kuz has been. Yes, he has. Yes, he has been in between. I've watched him quick hits. I've watched him in transition. He's been.
You may have seen You may have seen 2 to 3 efficient games from Kuz. This season.
3, that's it? Since he's been on the crew?
Maybe
since
shit.
he got
You ain't seen
traded?
that. A handful. I give you a handful. I give when you
he's been a lot better
in
than
the bag and just grab some shit like that. That's what you're gonna get.
He's been
overall, no.
He's been a lot better than you're giving him credit for. And remember where he's coming from, right? He's coming from a Washington team that had nothing going on. He goes from that to
he was on the team.
Giannis, right? He playing with Giannis, right? And
he was the biggest issue in Washington,
right? Mars, you know why
he was the nothing going on. He was the nothing going on in Washington.
The reason why he was the biggest issue was because they were using him, and all of his deficiencies were illuminated. That's not the case here, and we got to get all of that stuff out of him now, and we got to do it quick. Like, we don't have a lot of time with Kuz because the playoffs are coming up. So he got traded at the deadline. So we're looking at like a month and a half to get all of that stuff over the last 4 years that was going on in Washington out of him in a short period of time. Because he didn't suck when he was with the Lakers. He was actually really effective with them.
5 years ago, he was solid. Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, and he didn't suck, but he wasn't great. He was like on the line.
Okay, and nobody's asking him to be great. We're asking him to be solid. And with him
what Jordan said was that he's worse than Middleton.
I won't argue that.
No, he way worse too, by the way. Yeah, he way worse too, by the way.
Yeah, he's worse than AJ Johnson.
Bro, he chill. I'm just telling you about Kuz. He got one of them games. It's like you glad as hell if you can get something off with him. Like if he can play, and give you something good.
Why is he here?
I don't know.
And they didn't trust him.
This shit sounds crazy as hell to me.
They GM getting fired this summer. I'm telling you.
If we trade for
and they didn't trust Middleton's health, so they went and got Kuzma.
That's why they didn't. But with that being said, if I got a guy on my crew that I hope to get something out of him, and if I don't, we're gonna lose. But I hope to get something out of him. Why the hell do I have him here? What are we doing here, guys? Why? There's a reason. There's a reason why they traded. There's a reason why they traded for Kuz, right?
Kuz thought it was a good idea. That's why.
And it has been. He hasn't been terrible. He has not been terrible.
Can I ask you a question? So since Kuzma's been there, can you explain to me why they have a negative net rating with him on the floor and a plus 12.5 with him off the floor?
Again, Mars, like I just said, all the stuff that was going on in Washington, we have to work that stuff out. We're trying to get him back to being a solid player, like he was when he was in Los Angeles. Mm-hmm. We didn't have that when he was in. We didn't have.
You're saying he has been. That's what you're arguing. You're saying he has been a solid player.
And I'm saying that.
So why are they losing when he's on the floor?
We have plenty of players who they're losing when these players are on the good players are on the floor. That doesn't mean
which good players routinely lose while they're on the floor.
What about the Joker minutes, Mars?
Not the non-Jokic minutes they lose.
Not the Joker
non-Jokic minutes. Yeah.
A player like Kyle Kuzma, to answer your question, who loses? Which players like DeMar DeRozan? Like there are minutes that you lose with him being on the floor, and he's a good player. That happens.
Let's see if that's
right. I'm thinking about good players. A guy like DeMar DeRozan, maybe James. Not James. I'm not going to say James, but there are players who. I mean, you got the numbers in front of you. I don't have the numbers.
Well, I'm looking at them for DeMar DeRozan, but having a plus 12.5 net rating when Kuzma's off the floor, and then losing while Kuzma's on the floor, that's a drastic difference. It's not like they're barely winning with him off the floor, and then they barely lose when he's off the floor.
It sounds like
they play like one of the best teams in the league when he's off the floor, and then they're bad when he's on the floor.
It sounded to me like he shouldn't even be on the crew. That's what it sounded like to me from you dudes. Like they made a mistake.
He shouldn't. Yes,
that's
what I'm saying. He shouldn't be on the team. He's not good.
Hey, chill.
Y'all wrong.
No, chill. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt.
Y'all
mainly because I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. Mainly because it's my team.
Y'all wrong.
Chill. Mainly because it's my team, and mainly because
like he hasn't given you guys anything since he's been there.
No, chill.
Nothing. I've actually watched Milwaukee
when Jamal's on the floor and they lose when he's off the floor. So
I seen him play 2 good games. Really, 1.5.
Exactly what I said.
1.5 good games. Since then,
that's it. Since he's been there,
yes.
1.5 good games.
Defense trash.
Then the Milwaukee Bucks
turning the ball over, shooting stupid ass shots. Chill. He just has not been good. Hey, like as of right now, AJ Green is better than him, and he should be starting over him.
Facts. AJ Green's better. Facts.
Gary Trent, and I'm not the biggest Gary Trent fan. At least he'll make a 3. At least he'll make a 1 dribble pull up. At least he'll show some resistance on defense. Cools, none of that. Gary Trent's better. Kevin Porter Jr. We all got eyes.
Yeah, he bet.
We all. Hey, Stevie Wonder could see that.
Stevie Wonder's not blind.
Well, he'll fake like
Helen Keller could see it. Helen Keller could see it.
There you go, Morris.
And Helen Keller, that's a myth too.
I refuse to believe that.
I've debunked that whole story.
I
But anyway,
refuse
let's
to
go
believe
ahead.
in Helen Keller. But
And Torian Prince, as high as I'm not on him, because I'm even putting him in this category.
How are you high as you're not on him?
Jordan, you always say this. Oh, not too much on Torian. Not too much on Torian.
Hold on, Ron. How are you high as you not on him?
What?
I agree. But how is you high as you not on him? I don't get your sayings. You look back into the future, then high as you not on him. I don't get that.
As high as I'm not on him. Or you can say
as low as I am on him. There you go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, as high as I'm not on him, as low as I am on him. Hey, he damn near in that same category. I'll take Torian Prince over him. All I'm saying, Chill, is there's 4 other people that deserve his minutes. Hey, hell,
So
Andre Jackson.
Yeah, so
No.
Andre Jackson.
Hey, you just lost Jordan. You lost Jordan.
You got that in the lineup, Doc. Doc, Kuz shouldn't be playing at all. Take Kuz out the lineup.
If that mean Andre Jackson got to play,
Take him out the lineup.
Hey, Andre Jackson would not have played. What was it? 22 minutes, and gave you 0-0, 0-0,
What?
I think I was one of Kuzma's better games.
Shit, I ain't gonna lie.
Are you saying Triple J shouldn't play? Triple J shouldn't play today?
Shit, I'm gonna start Bagley. Yeah, these coaches need to start punishing these players. Now ain't no different. I'm starting Bagley until his ass go.
No,
start punishing these players. No, your ass don't get no rebounds. Your ass turn the ball over. Your ass trash. I'm gonna start the guy that's productive. You come your ass off the bench. Maybe you need to be coaching from the bench since you think you can coach. You down 50. I'm gonna let you coach from the bench, bro. And then when you get in the game, maybe you see what Bagley do and you see what to do or what not to do. And maybe you play better. But your ass was trash, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I'm tired of Triple J. He been trash the last few games, bro. I don't know, like for the last 3 games.
He was good against the Mavs.
Oh, the Mavs. Okay, I don't care. But I mean, whatever. He was trash against the
he was trash against the Warriors.
The Warriors. Yeah, he trashed against every good team.
So respect the Mavs.
But I like the Mavs, but he trashed though. I'm just saying. I'm starting Bagley. I'm gonna go with Bagley. As a coach who might get fired anyway, I got to coach. Like Ox say, coaches got to
Mike,
coach.
you might. It's not Mike. You getting fired, Jordan, as a coach.
All right, coaches got to coach, so I gotta make some adjustments. Hey, and I'm gonna do the Memphis Grizzlies solid. When I bench his ass,
like he sucks.
Look, when I bench Triple J ass, Memphis ain't gotta pay him. Memphis ain't gotta pay him $350.
Yo, Kuz has not been good. Are you talking about Kuz or are you talking about Triple J?
I'm talking about Kuz because I'm listening to you do. I'm listening to you dudes talking to me about Kyle Kuzma.
Yeah, what is he good at?
What is he good at? Defend someone who's just bad at basketball.
Right, this is what I'm listening to.
What is he good at?
Because from what I'm listening to from you dudes, y'all dudes is telling me that he suck. He ain't good at nothing. Like
he's good at?
He's not good in transition.
He's good in
transition.
transition.
Won't rebound. He can't score. He can't knock down an open shot. He can't handle a basketball. He's not smart. He doesn't dribble really good. He doesn't do any of these things.
All the things that he don't do.
I agree. He's bad at everything else.
It is incredible.
And he's an okay.
Talk to me about this dude.
He's an okay rebounder.
He's starter on a playoff team. What am I listening to right now?
Yeah, that's a bad decision,
I don't think he's good at the things you just tried to say. I don't think he's good at. I agree. He's not good.
That's a bad decision,
and he's a solid rebounder. That's as far as I'm going.
You can't shoot 5 threes a game pretty much and then shoot them at 33%.
He can't make free throws.
When you playing on the side of Giannis.
His handle is bad.
Terrible decision.
His processing of the floor is terrible. His defense is not good. His awareness is bad. He's not good. He runs the floor well, but the issue is I have the best transition player in the world on my team. So I don't even need him to run in transition.
Yes, you do, boss, because you don't want to know. I got the best shooter on my team, so I don't need any more shooters. I already got the best shooter on my team.
Because Giannis controls the possession in transition, so I don't need Kuzma.
So if I have a guy in Giannis who is a great transition player with the basketball, I don't need anybody to run with him. Nope, Giannis.
I need shooters to run with him. I need shooters.
Yeah, but chill. You act like but chill.
So nobody's going to the rim.
Hold on. By your logic, though, chill. You saying like Kuz getting 30 points in transition. That don't make up for how trash he is at other stuff.
I'm not saying that at all. No,
yeah, so when you bring up his transition, that's very minute of what he can do.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is because he didn't get no transition last game. He didn't get no transition last game.
He was garbage the last game. I'm not going to argue that.
He's garbage a lot of games.
No, I'm not going to argue that he was bad last game. You cannot.
So why are we talking about that? He didn't get none of the rebounds that you say he's a good rebound at. He didn't get no rebounds.
Okay, and
so he trashed that rebound. How many good rebounders get no rebounders?
In that one game?
How many good rebounders get no rebounds?
With the Indiana Pacers, game 1 of the NBA. The NBA playoffs. We in a dogfight. You not down there mixing it up with Pascal Siakam. Nope. You not down there mixing it up with
can't
Miles
get no
Turner and everybody else. Nembhard get more rebounds than you.
Yep.
Bullying you, punking you.
Chill. How many good rebounders can't get no rebounders? I've never seen that in the history of a game where good rebounders got no rebounders.
That's an anomaly because that's like saying how many good scorers can't score. We've seen good scorers.
How many good scorers get 0 points?
We've seen them suck though.
Steph did it right, or he had 2?
No, he had something. He had something.
Break, man. So
something.
So Kyle Kuzma for
getting
him
rebounds a lot easier than scoring. By the way,
so for him to have the bad game that he's had. I think that you guys are looking at me like I think Kyle Kuzma is this all-world player. I don't think that.
You think he's solid?
I think he's a lot more effective than you guys.
We know what we're disagreeing with. We aren't even saying you're saying Kuzma's good. We're saying you think Kuzma is okay, and we're disagreeing with you. We know what you are arguing, and we are passionately disagreeing. We all think, me, Ron, and Jordan.
Ox too.
I don't know.
Ox probably think he trash too.
On your side, so you two are on the same side. Us 3, and I don't know how Jake is. We think Kuzma sucks.
I think Kuzma.
I don't think Kuzma
solid. Where?
I don't think Kuzma
solid.
Sucks.
Let's move him to the bad side. Us 3 will be on the good side. You three, yapping. Us 3, no.
Wait. Hold on. I ain't even saying that. I'm not yapping. I just don't think Kuz is as bad as y'all are saying he is. But I need him to wake up. I need him to get back into winning. You know what I'm saying? I think that time in Washington, I think that was bad for Kuz. You know what I'm saying? But I do think Kuz. What do you mean? Why do we be saying that?
You build bad habits on bad teams.
Jordan, that's the thing.
Listen nothing about
nothing about his game
after that one
Lakers to Washington.
Hold on, bro, real quick. A lot of it changed because he went from playing with. How does it not change when your role just completely changes? You go from playing with
him as a player.
Jordan, if your role changes, everything changes. He went from playing with AD and Bron to being this is your squad now, Kuz. You and Jordan Poole. It's not going to look the same, bro. You can't expect it to look the same. So what I'm saying is now he's back in a role that I think is more fitting to him. A third, fourth guy. You know what I'm saying? He's not a star.
Trash.
All right, Ron. I know he's not a star. He's not a superstar. By no stretch of the imagination am I saying that about Kuz. I'm saying that Kuz is a good add-on piece. You know what I'm saying? A guy that we shouldn't expect to score 20. A guy that I'm looking for Kuz. Kuz, I know he didn't do this in game 1, right? I know he didn't. But Kuz, I need you to come with 12, 14 points. Kuz, I need you to get 5, 6 rebounds. Kuz, I need you to be on the basketball court, touch somebody. Put your hands up on defense. Move around a little bit. Kuz is more than capable of doing these things, and y'all 3 know that. So for y'all to be up here acting like Kuz is just a bum, it's.
I've been saying Kuzma been trash since he was the Lakers. I've been saying he was trash for the Lakers.
And I completely disagree with that. I just completely disagree.
Cool. I mean, I think he got covered up because he played alongside some great players, but I thought
we're not here to agree. I'm just saying, like that's just false in my eyes. In my eyes, that's false. Kuz does a lot of things that make him a really good 4th, 5th best player on your basketball team, and that's how I look at it. Now, if he's not going to play up to that potential, then y'all right. But I think we're going to see better Kuz throughout this series. I don't think what we've seen in game 1 is what we should expect from Kyle Kuzma. We all know he's much better than.
And if we do see that, Kuz got to go. We don't need him here. He got to go. And what y'all telling me?
Where you going?
There's no reason for it because when I'm listening to you dudes, y'all dudes telling me he is completely and utterly ineffective all the way around. He doesn't do anything for us on the floor. Nothing on any level Does
At
he
least
do
go play in the
what? So if
Philippines,
I'm gonna
bro.
see this from him, which I haven't, which that's not been. There have been games where he has been effective, but if you telling me that this is what I'm gonna get for him for the rest of the series, then Kuz don't need to be here. He gotta go.
Chill.
We gotta find something else.
Chill. If you squint your eyes real fast at Kuz, you'll kind of see what's that kid name that used to play with the Warriors? Juan Toscano Anderson. If you squint your eyes real good, and when he in the corner, you're gonna see Juan Toscano Anderson. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yo, that's
if
crazy.
you just squint real good, you're gonna be like, is that Juan T? Oh shit, that's Kuzma.
They play
the same person.
We'll see.
Y'all see. Who's gonna step up? I believe in
I
Kuz.
hope so. I really do. But
Kuz
we
can have
will
a good
see
game. It
tonight.
doesn't change my opinion of him.
Yeah, I still think he. I just don't like the way he plays. I just don't like the way he
Don't
plays.
say that, Jordan. Say that right there.
Don't
Say
yes, he's still trash though.
I don't like. To be honest with you, I'm not a huge fan of Luka's game. But you know what? Luka's fucking awesome.
That's
Luka
not
is absolutely
cool.
Awesome.
Yeah,
No
that ain't what I would say about Kuz.
Not only do you not like his game, you think he suck.
No, I don't think Luka suck. I think Kuz suck. I think a lot of the shit he do is forced. Like a lot of the shit he do is always gonna be inefficient because he's forced. He don't really have no real specialty. I think his specialty actually is rebounding, but then I might have been wrong because he got 0 rebounds. But he's a hustle player.
He's an energy guy.
He doesn't have no real raw skill. Like he's supposed to be athletic, not really. He can't really shoot, but he shoots a lot. He can't really finish, but he goes to the goal a lot. Like
Kuz can shoot it, bro.
You can't shoot it, and you shoot it at 33%.
This my thing. Kuz is like Kuz is like
being extreme.
Kuz is like
y'all just stretching out what he do.
What was his name? What's his name? From the Lakers, like
what? Rui?
Rui way better than him. Rui came from the Washington Wizards. Why y'all never talk about Rui coming from a badass Washington Wizards team?
Rui wasn't looking good in Washington.
And
oh shit,
but he looked good for the Lakers.
I'm saying, but Rui wasn't looking good.
Kuz wasn't looking good in Washington. What y'all talking about?
That's what I'm saying, Jordan. I know he was. I'm saying you know what? No, Rui better than Kuz. Rui better than Kuz.
But why y'all don't use that same? Why y'all use that same shit for Rui? But y'all use
because he's playing with a different player. Jordan, completely different player.
Giannis ain't up there. Giannis ain't up there.
Kuz looked good when he was playing in LA. Just like Rui looks good when he was playing in LA. They both look bad in Washington.
When you're playing in
Washington,
looks
bad in Milwaukee too.
Yeah, for now.
It's been 3 months.
Imagine that.
All I'm saying
he looks bad in Washington. He then looks bad in Milwaukee, and I can't say he looks bad. So
you can say whatever you want, Mars. Nobody's telling you not to say it. I'm just saying that he's not as bad as what y'all saying. I don't care. You can say anything you want to say.
Kuz averaged 13 points a game, pretty much with the Lakers, and he took 11 shots. I don't know when the fuck that's been good, but I mean that's cool.
I mean, you talking about some box score shit, but I'm talking about.
I watched him in the game. I watched him in the game. I didn't think it was a good deal. I kept saying when he was playing then, like I kept saying, like, bro, that shit he do is trash. He did have a hell of a a hell of a playoffs because, like I always say in the playoffs, all of that shooting percentage shit, that shit is overrated to me in the playoffs. He played out his ass. No, right. He was fucking trash as fuck. He didn't make not one shot. But I'm saying when he was with the Lakers in the bubble, that's when Kuz was playing good because he was hustling. But overall, throughout the season,
he made a game.
But overall, I thought he still was trash. Like I've been saying, Kuz been trash, bro. For you to average 13 points on 11 shots, chill, that's trash. You gotta score something. That's trash. Like, be honest with you, that's trash. Like, tell me how is that not trash? You just getting covered up by LeBron James. Anthony Davis.
If you score 13 points, Jordan, how many shots you supposed to take?
Not 11, maybe 9.
Just give me a number.
So 9 to 8.
So two less shots. I'm getting.
That's cool. I'm not even mad at that point, Jordan. I'm not even mad at that. What I wanted to get off a second ago was the fact that I think Kuz is one of them dudes like old boy used to play for the Lakers. What's his name? Devin George.
Yeah. Devin George. Okay.
He like Kuz, and not even necessarily like same play style. So I'm just talking about. It sounds weird, but you know what I'm saying. One of them dudes that from the outside looking in is trash. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
but wait, hold on, Morris, hold on. But
that shit is crazy,
good,
bro.
He good for us. Like he do what we need him to do. But yeah, he weak, but he good for us though. You know what I'm saying? Like I think Kuz is one of them type players. Like this shit don't look.
It was like Gabe Vincent for the Heat.
No, it's not.
No, Gabe looked good on the Heat. It's just it's like
Devin Jordan doing the same shit Kuz was doing. 7 points on 7 shots. Same shit Kuz was doing.
I'm kind of throwing a monkey wrench in my logic. You know,
this is my logic and my logic alone. I'm speaking for myself because I've seen that a lot of times. You know what I'm saying? Like shit. When I was younger, I was one of them dudes for a couple seasons before. Shit, this don't look pretty. I know y'all in the stands like, man, what is this nigga do? But I'm putting in work right now. You know what I'm saying?
I'm like that right now on my men's league team. Oh my God, chill! I'm so weak right now. Look though, I'm out there rebounding. I'm playing defense. I might have the occasional turnover, but I also got a dime. I miss a layup, but I'll make a layup.
Ron, you ain't got no dunk yet?
No,
oh my God. Hey, my knees aged 10 years overnight, Jordan. You know what? Come to think about it, it was at that, what's the truck called? Hoop bus. It was at the hoop bus fucking around with y'all trying to dunk on people. My knees ain't been right ever since that. I can't believe I was out there in scenes trying to dunk on people.
To the super chat though. Oh, go ahead, Ron. Go ahead.
No, I ain't talking about much. Go ahead, Alex.
Well, I was just saying, like, to the super chat, I didn't jump in trying to help nobody. I was sitting here minding my business, and Mars started talking about, Alex agrees with. I didn't say nothing. I'm not trying to help anybody.
About Kuz in the pause. I heard you say you don't
trash.
think
That player looks like
I'm like, yo, on the box score will never help Kuz. I don't think so. I don't think
when you watch your eye test is worse than the box. Exactly. I don't know what Kuzma averages. Like I don't know what Kuzma averages.
Right. I have no idea.
15 right now.
I don't think Kuz is great. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is I think Kuz is a lot better.
I'm telling you,
I think Kuz is a lot better than what he showed in game one. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I think game one doing him bad.
5.5 rebounds. Like his average is 45% from the field. The averages aren't that bad. I just think he's
until you watch
so
him.
Like it's about the eye test. I don't
the way he get that shit
look better than he is.
To me, he just doesn't have a real. To me,
what y'all think he's gonna do tonight,
bro? Nothing.
Fellas, we about to move off the Kuz. Hey, enough for Kuz.
Yeah,
I got other things that I need us to talk about.
Hey, Kuz ain't that bad, y'all. Kuz ain't as bad as y'all making it seem.
We'll see tonight.
That's all I wanted to say.
The Bucks play the Pacers.
He better than Tobias Harris was for the Sixers.
Hell no. It's the same thing.
I was
hell no.
He better than he
Bro said hell no.
I tried it.
Bro said hell.
Hey, chill. If if Kuz ass go 3 for 11 tonight, chill. You need to come off that damn shit. I need you to just call into a show, a chill with chill emergency, and say, I lied. Like Funk Max.
Well, first of all,
like Funk Max and Flex. I lied.
I'm giving an opinion on it. Like, damn, Ron. I'm trying to sell Ron because
he lied.
I come in with logic, and he making it worse. It's like me saying, my bitch ain't really that good looking. I know what y'all looking at, but yo, she really took my ass off. Just so y'all know, And when I dress her up a little
bit, that's different though. It's that.
But I know what she look like on the surface. She don't really look
girl. Kuz is not.
She don't really look like much.
He got teammates. He got a coach. He got a whole fan base. That's different. But all right, y'all. We're gonna move on to speaking of being overrated. There was a poll that came out. All the players in the NBA filled out, and they voted on who is the most overrated.
This is facts.
Who's the most overrated nigga in the NBA?
Are you surprised?
And
you can guarantee every time it's gonna be one of these.
I've been saying that shit. I've been saying that shit since y'all started this bullshit.
It's gonna be highly Trey or Rudy. Yep. Okay.
Well, this is what it turned out to be. It was
Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, that's insane.
Tyrese Halliburton got 14.4% of the 90 votes.
Giannis. Okay.
Rudy Gobert got 10%. Trae Young 8.9.
Wow.
Jimmy Butler 5.5. Bradley Beal, Draymond Green, John Morant, and Julius Randle each got 4.4. Joel Embiid, 3.3. Giannis, Dylan Brooks, Paul George, and Tyler Hero got 2.2.
I mean, and to be fair, 90 votes is not really enough, but I mean, I ain't surprised that majority of them for Tyrese Halliburton. I mean, shit. I'm not surprised. I've been telling y'all about that simple ass passing shit he do. Y'all be gassing. Fuck out of here with that shit.
He's not even the best
yeah,
point guard on this
yeah,
team.
the top three is expected. I think it's been the same top three for a minute. Rudy and Trey in particular, they've been at the top.
I understand.
You know they've been hating on
I
Trey.
understand
They've been hating on Trey.
Well, Trey and
Tyrese
should be up here.
No, I ain't hating on Hallie. That shit ass.
Well, I mean, Trey the same way. Trey and Tyrese deserve to be on here. Rudy Gobert and Jimmy Butler, that's crazy. Paul George used to have a lot more votes than he got too.
He ain't playing. He don't overrated, but fucking not playing.
Yeah, no one really rating Paul George.
He ain't playing.
Sorry, boy.
I'd argue Paul George is more underrated than overrated at this point, but that's besides the point. Giannis is
I ain't
crazy.
gonna do no Paul George slander.
Giannis is crazy.
Family.
Obviously, Embiid is weird to me. Randle, I don't even think Randle's overrated at this point. People just kind of like,
yeah, be hating on Julius Randle, man.
Yeah,
Thanks a lot, Morris.
I feel like Randle's not accurate. I think Embiid, like I understand the Embiid case. I think Giannis is insane. Dylan Brooks, I don't think anyone really rates Dylan Brooks these days. Paul George,
they be hating on they be hating on Dylan Brooks like what's that Jaylen Brown ass be hating like a motherfucker on Dylan Brooks.
Oh yeah, I seen a clip from
that shit was corny as shit.
I think
John
Morant is a good answer personally. Draymond, I don't think Draymond's overrated. Bradley Beal, I don't think Bradley Beal's overrated.
Yeah, he ain't did shit to be overrated. I don't get
that might just be like they think he makes too much. But I don't think he's overrated.
Like where is Bradley Beal in terms of a player? If you think he's overrated, where is he rated? Like, is Bradley Beal a top?
It's all about the money with Bradley Beal.
That's what I'm saying. Is he a top 30 player in the game today?
No.
Is he a top 40 player in the game today?
No.
Is he a top 50 player in the game today?
Wow, Mars. Wow.
No.
Is he a top 60? Is he a top 60 player in the game today?
No.
Mars, you can't think of 60.
Yeah, come on.
Let's go through the league.
No, that's too many. Hell no.
Mars.
I will do this quick. I will do this
for all of this. Mars,
I will do this in about a minute.
Can we do it quick?
All right, come on.
Mars, do it, Mars.
Wait, hold on.
No one cut me off. No one cut me off. These are going to be players who I think are better than Bradley Beal.
Let's hear him.
Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell, Evan Mobley, Jarrett Allen, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Kristaps Porzingis, Derek White, Drew Holiday, Jalen Brunson, Karl Anthony Towns, Tyrese Halliburton, Pascal Siakam, Giannis, Dame, Cade, Paolo, Franz, Trey, anyone on the Bulls right now? We'll forget the Bulls. Josh Giddey, Kobe White. Kobe White.
Hell no.
Bam.
Are you putting them on?
No, leave them out.
All
Bam, right. Tyler Hero, Scotty Barnes, Brandon Ingram. Anyone on the Nets? Cam Johnson, Joel Embiid, Tyrese Maxey, LaMelo. Anyone on the Wizards right now? We'll forget them. Shea, J-Dub, Chet, Isaiah Hartenstein, Alperen Şengün, Amen Thompson, LeBron, Luka, Austin Reeves, Jokic, Jamal Murray, Aaron Gordon, MPJ.
That's 40.
Christian Brown, maybe.
Kawhi,
James Harden, Zoo. No, Zoo.
No Norman, but yes, Christian.
Let me finish. Julius Randle, Rudy Gobert, Anthony Edwards, Naz Reid, maybe. Steph, Jimmy, Draymond, Jaren Jackson, John Morant, Desmond Bane, DeMar DeRozan, Zach LaVine, Domantas Sabonis, Malik Monk, Anthony Davis, Kyrie Irving. Anthony Davis, Kyrie. Devin Booker, Kevin Durant.
That's 60.
Denny Avdia. Anyone else on the Blazers? No. Wemby, De'Aaron. That's it. Zion, Trey Murphy, Larry Markkinen. Every one of those names I think are better.
I disagree. I disagree. OG
Anunoby better.
I disagree with about 6. I disagree with about 6 to 7 of them. So
that's fine. So he's 58 to 67.
Yeah, 58, about 58. Yeah, 58 guys better.
I think you got about 50, 55 good solid ones.
I'll say 55. Yeah.
50 to 55. I'm with that.
But
that's still really good at basketball. Only 50 people better than you.
I'm not saying he's bad. I'm just saying.
And we see Bradley Beal in a different situation. That list gonna be chopped the fuck down.
Absolutely.
Chopped
like you
down.
put him in Buddy's role for Golden State instead of Buddy.
Oh my god!
I didn't say Buddy's name for a reason.
And then B-Rad is better than baby.
He'd be better than so many other people for sure. Like him and Buddy. Bro, I would be pissed off if Bradley Beal went to the Warriors because then I would really hate the Warriors.
They the favorite. Bradley Beal will go to the Warriors if you ask me.
If you replace Buddy with B-Rad right now,
you wouldn't be able to stop the Warriors, bro. You wouldn't be able to stop the Warriors, bro.
I'll say it right now.
Man, bro, you crazy.
I'll bet every dollar I got on the Warriors.
Absolutely.
For sure. And I hate the Warriors.
That's only $3, but I'll put it on the Warriors.
Still taking Houston.
Quick way to lose your money, House. Shit.
What? All right, y'all. I don't know what the hell.
I don't know who the hell that is, bro.
I'm about to Google Kanye Murphy real quick.
All right, y'all.
Probably shouldn't Google Kanye right now. Tell him what to pop up.
Man.
Yeah, I ain't even click on that. When I seen some shit like that, I just scroll. I don't give a shit. I just heard a story 50 Cent talked on it. I'm like, yeah, I'm definitely not clicking on that. It is what it is.
All right, fellas. So aside from Tyrese Halliburton, Rudy Gobert, Trae Young, Jimmy Butler, Bradley Beal, and Draymond Green being the most overrated players in the NBA, you know what we did get this last weekend that we haven't talked about? Aside from good-ass playoff basketball.
What's that?
The NBA finally announced the finalists for each and every award. So, fellas, let's go ahead and dive into these and see what you guys think about it. But you know what? Let me hold up right quick. We'll get to that in a second. We do have some super chats, and I haven't got around to showing the people some love. So let me show y'all some love. Your Highness Charles said, this is the so-called wing duo that was stopping Boston. Mr. $212 million man, OG, and 6 first-rounders, Mikal Bridges. If this Knicks team loses, they are one of the biggest disappointments ever.
I just ain't gonna lie, bro. I just can't fuck with Jalen Brunson no more, bro. Last night that shit was disgusting me, bro. I'm over that big head man, that big head ass dude. That shit was disgusting to me, bro. I can't.
What do you do?
I'm done. What do you mean? What do you do? I mean, god damn.
Yeah, I hear you.
He was getting to it.
I hear you.
Now remember, this Knicks team was put together to beat the Celtics. Now, when you put together to beat a specific team, that doesn't mean you're gonna beat everybody. And that's the problem. But last night, a lot of that stuff could be remedied. A lot of that stuff was just effort. Like getting on the glass, that's effort. That has nothing to do with team construction. You got glass cleaners on the crew. You got dirty work guys on the crew. That stuff you can't get outworked. This isn't a personnel issue. This is just we tougher than you.
Yeah, but man, that shit was. This game just became enjoyable when he started that fucking. Every time he touched, it's like, God damn, man, I'm sick of that shit, man.
He 5'11".
No, he's 6'3".
All right, let's meet in the middle. He's 6'1".
No, he's
like
Jalen Brunson taller than you think, bro. His head just big, so you think he's short.
Here's the thing.
Tall dudes don't normally have big ass heads.
He gotta do that to get his game off, and he's good at doing it. If you can't stay disciplined on defense, and I make you take all Jalen Brunson do is this. Why Asor? Why are you jumping? Asor, why are you reaching?
If you put it, but you just put your hand up, motherfucker jump right into you. How's that a foul on me?
No,
he jumped right into me.
They are jumping. When Asor did that, he jumped forward. The one time,
and Brunson jumped forward too.
Yeah,
that's true.
They both jumped forward to meet in a mutual spot.
No, Jalen Brunson for sure.
Why is one a foul on the defense?
Well, they're always gonna favor the offensive play in that situation.
They said no, because I remember when the refs announced this and going into the 2022 season, they said if the offensive player leans into the contact, it's no longer a defensive foul. That plan lasted about 4 months.
No,
and then they started calling it again. They said, I remember explicitly, they even showed examples. The example they showed was Luka Doncic doing it. He would pump fake and then lean into the contact. They said that's no longer a defensive foul. It's going to be either a no call or an offensive foul. And then for the first 4 months of the season, they called that. They also said when you stop on a dime and you let someone run into the back of you to throw up a shot, That's no longer a foul. They called that for about 4 months, and now Trae Young and Brunson do it every other game. So they just stopped. They said they weren't going to call them anymore, and then they started calling them again. It should never be a foul. If I pump fake and you jump into me, that's a foul. If I pump fake and you jump forward and then I lean forward into where you're jumping, neither one of us committed a foul. Like, we both met in the middle of a spot that neither one of us should have been going to. Just plain on. It shouldn't be a foul.
And on top.
And every time you jerk your head back, I think you need to be fined. Like, bro, you don't got to do that shit because you get a foul. Like, bro, that shit, he got tangled up with Asar and he fucking jerking his head back like that, and he grabbed the Asar arm.
And then they challenged it and it was unsuccessful. That's ridiculous.
I hate that.
Yeah, the referee should have stopped the game and said, look here, bro. Do that shit, I'm going to throw your ass out. Like,
that's what they do.
I'm not condoning it. All I'm saying is
in grammar school.
He gets it off.
That shit was horrible, bro.
They
need to stop letting him get it off. I'm just saying
that
it
shit is
trash.
trash.
It does work. You get the credit.
Well, to your point, Mars, the reason why they put that in is because of the exact guys. Like, they put that in because of Trae Young. They put that in because of Jalen Brunson. And then it wasn't being called, and that was being called again. Kind of throwing a monkey wrench in why you put it in. What you put it in for?
Yes. Shout out to the refs, man.
Jalen Brunson knows how to manipulate the defense. And here's the thing. Even on that one call, when Asar cut him off, but he reached and he plucked the ball away. It shouldn't. And then Jalen Brunson ran him over. It really should have been a charge, if you ask me.
Exactly. He did it. Look, it's been two games. Last game they let it go.
But Asar reached. If he would have just had his hand straight up, it wouldn't have been a foul on him, or it would have been a charge.
If I reach and pluck the ball,
when you reach, you put yourself in mercy. Just like when you leave the ground, you put yourself in mercy.
Yeah,
and with a good offensive player like Jalen Brunson, he's going to get that call every time. He got the rest in his back pocket.
That shit was unenjoyable, though. That shit was unenjoyable.
Like Jordan, I think you're right. I hate the head.
He is right.
I've always hated that. Right. I've hated that always, but in the flopping is crazy. But Ron makes a really good point about that. Just in playing solid defense. If you're gonna reach in, you made the mistake. So whatever I do in return of that, you got to live with the call. If you're gonna leave the ground, you know what I'm saying? You got to live with the call. Even if I'm selling it, even if I'm flopping, which I think is terrible for the game of basketball, you have to play solid defense still.
Yeah, I agree with that. But the other problem is too, Cade is going to the basket, and they clearly attacking him, and he don't get them same bullshit ass calls.
That boy better
learn
how to
knew.
fly.
That's what you knew. That's why.
Tibbs crying about it was so crazy to me because the shit that Jalen Brunson was getting, unbelievable, bro, unbelievable. Like, it was. At one point, and Chill, we was watching the game. The last 4 calls had Jalen Brunson involved, and I'm like,
4 straight, by the way, not 4 straight calls. Yep.
Like, this shit is unenjoyable, bro. Like, this shit is just unenjoyable. Like, half the time when Asar was guarding him, Asar not even reaching. Like, one time Asar just beat him to the spot, and they called a foul on Asar, and I'm like, bro, he's throwing his big ass head into my chest. And that's a foul? Bro, at some point, if he keep doing that, you just got to grab his head.
Hey, Jordan, you can't be mad at Jalen Brunson because he know how to use his noggin.
Man, I just grab his
head. Maybe Asar need to learn how to use his head too.
Like,
but also, too, though, and this is another thing. Like, all jokes aside, Jalen Brunson's a very smart and crafty player. He know I'm dealing with a young-ass boy that is just full of energy and vigor. Asar. Before the game, he knew. He like, I'm fouling this boy out. I'm gonna have him jumping, sliding, all over the place. Pump fake. He got that boy in a popcorn machine,
and it worked.
He's your pedal with him. Whatever he want, he getting Asar to do it.
Asar one of them dudes. You can have the ball, and you can you can have the ball. You could pump this. Just say jump. All you gotta do. Jump. He gonna leave the ground.
That boy,
he gonna say
whatever he want.
Just
and he just raises his eyebrows.
Jump. He gonna get off the ground, bro. And so to your point, Ron, you gotta look at it like that. The game is the game. This is the NBA today. That's good basketball in a playoff setting. I want to get one of your better defenders off the court. I got to do what I got to do. And I think it's on the refs. It's on the league, to Mars's point, to really implement what they say they're going to implement, because these things have to stop. What Peyton Pritchard did the other night, he could have hurt Wendell Carter with that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, That was clearly an offensive or a no call or whatever. It wasn't a foul. Peyton Pritchard jumped here, landed here. You know what I'm saying?
I hate when they call that bullshit too.
They gotta stop that shit, bro. I hate it.
Your normal jump shot ain't triple jumping. Like them motherfuckers triple jumping out there on their shot. It's like, bro, that's not your normal shot, bro. It's crazy.
It's ridiculous, bro.
Shot, bro.
It's ridiculous. And I mean, and some of our favorite players are the ones who are responsible for this. Some of our favorite players started this. D Wade, Kobe, Manu, Paul Pierce.
But they weren't stepping forward, jumping like that.
Oh,
like
they were, Jordan.
Manu Ginobili was 100% doing that. Yes.
Bro.
So was Kobe.
Bryant was doing that. James was doing that.
Taking step two.
Kobe was doing so egregious that if you had your hand out playing defense, Kobe would.
Yep.
He was trying to shoot the ball.
Come on, man.
We don't need to lie. Foul baiting has been around since the dawn of time.
Yeah, it is. But I'm taking step through threes. When we start taking step through threes, when we start doing that,
people leveled up their foul baiting.
D Wade was doing it. Kobe was doing it.
Kobe was doing triple pump fakes and then bumping into you.
Jordan was doing
people from the 80s like, when we start doing that.
Hey, I feel you.
I don't think Jordan was doing this shit. I ain't never seen Jay
Michael
do that.
Jordan 100% was a foul baiter. Yeah,
I ain't never once seen Jay do that.
When you think Brian got that head, that 1-2, that pump fake from? He got that from Jordan.
The pump
and to get a guy off the ground to bump him. That's what he got.
Yes, look, chill. Yes. All of that is cool. I can bump you. That's a part of playing the game. But I'm talking about, first of all, you already 4 feet away from the 3-point line. You pump fake. I just jump. Sometimes they don't even jump. They just put their hand up. And then they take a step through 3 that's now, look, they was this far away from the line. Now they this close to the line because they took a step through 3 and hit you in the shoulder. And that's a foul. That's not a foul, bro. Like, you came to my space. You came to my – what Peyton Pritchard, that's the definition of you came to me. I didn't come to you. Like, he literally took 6 feet away and shot that. And they say that's a good shot. That was a smart move. No,
there's a difference between seeking contact and what Jordan just explained. What Jordan explained, that they got to get that out the game. If I'm going to the rim, if I'm chill. If I'm going to the rim, I take that dribble because there's that move because you get the 2 steps. So when I'm attacking the rim, I take my bounce, I pick the ball, I show the ball. You leave the ground, but I still got one more step, and I keep going and actually try to score the basketball. That's creating contact. That's a foul. If I stop on my 2 feet, pump fake, you jump straight up and not do this
and jump.
No, we got to stop doing that, bro. I think that's bad basketball. First of all, it's unsafe. Second of all, it's just like, what are you trying to do? You're not even trying to score. You know what I'm saying? I used to hate when somebody go to the rim and they do all this shit, close their eyes, throw it up. Like, bro, you're not even trying to score the basketball. I can't give you no foul for that.
Yeah,
that's exactly what I'm saying. Like, bro, I just hate that step through. Like, it's sometimes like in the paint, like Ark said, if I land on 2 feet and I show you the basketball and you try to like super block my shot and you come to me and then I just shoot it, that's different. But if I'm closed down on 3-point line, I don't even close out all the way. I just put my hand up and you jump 6 inches into me and shoot it, bro. You was not trying to make that, bro. That's not the game, bro. Like, take that out of there. I hate that. I'm not gonna buy that. That ain't good basketball. But they keep calling it, bro. I can't stand it. They keep calling it. So
all right, y'all. The next super chat is from Cheese. And also, Cheese is the one that gifted 20 Players Choice memberships. So y'all drop the dub Cheese in the chat. If you want to drop the Cheese emoji, do that. But shout out to Cheese and shout out to all the 20 people that got memberships today. And this is what Cheese had to say. Cheese said, Kawhi was 1 knee away from being the GOAT. I'm just glad to see him hoop again. The best small forward in the league.
What currency is SAR?
I don't know what that is.
What currency is that, Mars?
Anybody? Hold on, let me see.
What that is neither. I couldn't tell you.
My first instinct was either
Saudi Arabia.
South Africa. Yeah,
damn, my boy got real cheese.
Shout out that boy. Hey, Cheese. You sent it through 20 Saudi Arabians? Oh, you better send that. Yeah, you better send that in.
Hey,
boy,
Cheese, use your PayPal account. Use your PayPal account, Cheese. That boy got that Saudi Arabian cheese. Boy,
shout out to Cheese, though. Shout out.
Hey,
shout
boy,
out
May 2nd,
Cheese.
boy, they about to go down, boy. Boy, they got them fights. Shout out to what's the dude name? Turkey.
Who?
That's his name, Turkey, right? The dude with the boxing, Turkey Al-Sheikh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, them boys going down, boy. Them boys getting down on May 2nd. Hey,
I
man,
can't
we gotta
wait.
talk about that. Yeah,
But-
May 2nd is a hell of a day. May 3rd too. Hey, boy.
Yeah, somebody gonna get knocked out. But no longer Gabe sent through another super chat and said, "Player's choice NBA comparisons. Ox is a good Julius Randle. Mars, Boris Diaw. Chill, Chris Dunn with a jumper. And Ron, Ant-Man."
Damn, I'm just not rated. Fuck it.
Boris Diaw solid, man.
Hey, bring up
Boris.
that picture again.
Oh damn, Jordan, that's
I just wanted to see because like when
had
his
my
name
son-
was first,
They have my son
when his
chill.
name was first, I think it was more like Mr. Make Your like Gate. Yeah. With his hands like that, I think that's more fitting. To be honest with you, I think that's
Masinko said, as a massive Wade fan, he's one of the main reasons that's a thing.
He was at S tier foul bait.
Yeah, absolutely.
Shout out Wade.
I don't think it was the level of what Jalen Brunson do, but you know.
Masinko said, to follow up on the last one, he also drew fouls legitimately that way, but he baited his fair share. He also had the ability to hit the shot without the foul.
There you go. I don't think foul baiting is if I pump fake 3 times and you don't fall for the first 2, but you fall for the third one. That's not foul baiting. Like that's just silly. Like number one, like I just pump fake. That's all I did.
Foul baiting is a skill, and it is my job to do whatever I can to get you as a defender off balance and get you off me. And as one of the better scorers in the game, how much more effective am I when I'm going up against a dude who's your secondary defender or your third defender? Well, if I could get this dude off me, that makes me an even more effective scorer. So, I mean, foul baiting is part of it. We go to guys specifically because they got a mismatch on them, and that guy is gonna foul. That's foul baiting, 100%. I got a small dude on the big guy, throw him the ball so he can get to the rim. That small dude is gonna foul him. That's foul baiting. We know that he's not going to play him straight up. When you get mismatches, you're going to get guys to foul. Foul baiting has been going on since the 80s. You did have to play through some contact. I'm not going to argue that. But foul baiting has been going on forever. We make it sound like that it's a bad thing because it slows the game down and it's not pretty. Give me a break.
Hanzo sent through a super chat and said, Kawhi has transcended into that once I was 7 years old tier of ballers where it doesn't matter that he was in a hospital for the past 5 years. As long as he cooks MPJ and Aaron Gordon, he's the GOAT, apparently.
Because we've seen him. The reason why, Ron, is because like what we seen yesterday, we saw him like that when he was winning. And that's what we remember him as. So now it's like Leonard is back. That dude is back. So the GOAT is back. Or arguably the GOAT, quote unquote. Even though I don't think that he was ever the GOAT, but man, he was definitely in the conversation for the best player in the league. And it looks like the best player in the league arguably is back. So that's why they're talking about him like that right now.
Man, is it possible that he went to Russia too? No, I'm just kidding. Or am I?
Well, according to Billow LK, shout out to Billow LK. He just joined the Telegram group chat that's right here. It's pinned to the top of the chat. If you want to come in there and debate with all of us, go ahead and click that link and you'll see Mars in there. He's the first person that's going to greet you guys. But Billow LK said, shout out to that LA surgeon that cooked up on Kawhi Leonard.
Hey, man, that boy either went to Russia or Germany.
Whatever it is. Shout out to whoever did it.
Yeah, it worked.
Boy, they need to put Joel Embiid on that same plan. Cause boy, god damn.
All right, shout out to Skrilla. Skrilla became a YouTube member today. Salute to Skrilla. And Hanzo sent through a members chat. He said Jokic has the greatest PR of all time because he whines and flops damn near more than anyone in the league.
That's not that much, but he does be flopping.
That one he had. I saw it yesterday when James Harden hit him and he almost went into the Clippers bench.
That shit might have hurt though. I ain't gonna lie.
He was acting a little bit.
That was
he probably hit him in his windpipe. Nah, he probably cracked the floor when he hit the ground for sure. But when you fall like that, he didn't even brace himself for that fall. Like when you flop, you
maybe
know
he hurt himself on the pool. Sure, he ain't.
No,
James Harden didn't
man.
hurt him.
Man, he hit him right in the windpipe. I know one of them gut wrenches right there. Boy, he hit him right in that gut, man. Jokic probably had so much soda before the game.
That man stayed fluffing. He was in his foul baiting bag yesterday.
Man, shit, Mark, that man had him 3 Dr. Peppers before the damn game. Boy, hell no, that shit hurt. He hit him right in that liver. Nah, it was over with. You seen them liver shots, what they do to you in boxing. That's over with. I don't know if he flopped on that one. He might have overreacted, but I think that shit hurt. The way he hit that ground. No, flopping is what Jalen Brunson
He probably flopped himself damn near into him losing his wind. You know how like I know y'all to play football or fell on the ground and lost your wind. It might have been that.
I know, but the way, bro, do y'all know how hard? Y'all know how strong James Harden is, bro? He's strong as hell.
That could be,
bro. He hit him in the gut for sure. He didn't hit him in the stomach. He hit him like right here, like right below his chest. That shit probably did hurt. No, cap, it probably did hurt. And he probably drunk like 3 sodas.
James Harden is a legit 6'5". Is that fair?
He probably taller than that.
Well, at least he a legit 6'5".
Yeah, he big as hell.
Right, he a legit 6'5", and what is he about 220? Maybe 225.
He probably more than that. James
286. Yeah,
286 is great.
That's before he put the fat suit on.
That's when he's requesting a trade. When he requests a trade,
when he put the fat suit on.
James probably 230 for real. He probably 230. Solid
like
230, maybe 240. He's somewhere in there,
bro.
So when he leaning on you and bumping you like that,
that shit hurt, bro. Yeah. He bumped somebody going to the goal and bumped their ass real hard, and they backed up, and then he drug him out to the like the corner 3. I could tell right away the dude was trying to play it off like that shit didn't hurt. He like timid walking up there. I'm like, man, that shit hurt. He ain't, you know how people like get up on James. He ain't do that shit. He ain't want no more of that. James bumps be hurting, bro. I'm telling you. Bro, you see how mad Brandon Ingram got with a little bump? That shit pissed Brandon Ingram off, boy. He ain't never been hit like that, boy. He had to push James. And then him and CP start fighting. They don't even know how it happened.
Baba sent through a super chat and said, Joakim Noah, now cools? I'm curious on what you watching.
I'm watching basketball. That's what I'm watching. I'm watching basketball, and yes, I remember Joakim Noah shoot. I remember Joakim Noah shooting. I remember Joakim Noah shooting. That was a little bit of a stretch, him shooting a 3, but I do remember him. I do remember him
shooting in the gun range.
Yeah, I do remember that. Right, but
in the perimeter of his backyard, ain't no way in hell you saw him shoot shit in the game.
Not threes. He
made a 3 in college.
I did stretch that. I did. Yes, I did stretch that.
Yeah, I couldn't believe you said that. When you said that, I'm like, ain't no way you just said Joakim Noah.
Yeah, it's shooting.
Shooting what like you call this.
Yeah,
that's how Joakim Noah shoots.
It's 2 hands.
You know how you used to shoot marbles back in the day, chill for that bread. That's how you shoot.
It's Mr. GQ to you. Sent through a members chat and said this Kanye Murphy character was the perfect addition to the panel.
I think Vail said he was talking about me. I don't know why I gotta be Kanye and Murphy. And who's the Murphy? Like
Murphy Lee?
I have no idea, bro.
Eddie Murphy?
Murphy Lee from the St. Lunatics?
I don't know. But why I gotta be Kanye Murphy? That's crazy. I don't know.
I can see it.
I can't see it, chill. What the fuck? What you talking about? What the hell, chill?
It's the beard. That's why I can see it.
Where the Kanye at?
Because you dark skin like Kanye. Because you dark skin like Kanye West.
Maybe the takes.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. All right, y'all making this shit worse.
Say it. He said it. I'm just trying to piece it all together.
This shit is crazy. This shit is crazy. Who the hell said it again? It's Mr. GQ said it.
Yeah, it's Mr. GQ to you.
Yeah. We got to have further investigation on why I got to be Kanye Murphy.
Well, shout out to Kanye and shout out to Murphy, whatever Murphy it is.
And by the way, you can't see it, chill. I'm not gonna let you get that shit off. You can't see it. Ain't no way.
He said this because of your off the wall takes.
Told you. I told you it's the takes.
That's disgusting.
I don't have no off the wall takes like that, but
hey man, whatever. Yo, Jordan.
You said that Kawhi Leonard gets blown by. What the hell?
Oh, here we go.
You said the D Wade wasn't dominant.
I stand.
You said Kawhi wasn't dominant.
I'm stand by. Hey,
you said Ray John Rondre better than Steve Nash.
I stand by. I stand by it.
I
stand. Fuck it, then. I'm yay then. It is what it is. I'm yay then. I'm yay then. I don't give a damn. Let's do it.
The difference is that if I say
kind of
something and I'm wrong
Kanye-ish right
on it,
there.
the difference is that when I say something and I'm wrong, you know what? I was wrong about that. You, on the other hand, your ass can stand in front of a firing squad and hold that.
Man, you crazy as hell. I'm holding all of that. What you just said. You know what's crazy is everything that I said. You know, the NBA player got up here. Austin Day got up here. He said, "I see what you're saying." Y'all on the other end, twisting and bending words. I ain't even gonna
agree with you.
Nah, he said, I see what you saying. I get what you're saying.
I can see what someone's saying and disagree with me.
No, I can't. When I can't see what you saying, shit, no, that's over with. Like that shit Chill was saying about Jokic Noah. No, I can't see that.
Yeah, that
was wait. Did I recognize that I was wrong there? Yes or no?
He did.
After I told you he was 0 for 16.
And
even if you told me that, okay, I did see him shoot jump shots.
You didn't even recognize you was wrong because you followed up and said Chuck Hayes was a good mid-range shooter.
I got Chuck Hayes mixed up with somebody else. That was my fault, no doubt about that. I'm glad you corrected me on that one though, because I got Chuck Hayes mixed up. What's his name again? What the hell was his name? The dude on your crew in Houston,
Carl Landry.
That's who I got him mixed up with. Yeah, I got him mixed up. Not Chuck, because Chuck Hayes, he's shooting like somebody moving the damn basket. I'm
gonna go over my take so we know. I do think Steve Nash. I do think Rajon Rondo is better than Steve Nash. I do think so.
Crazy.
I don't think Dwayne Wade was dominant. I don't think Kawhi Leonard was dominant.
But I'm on some.
I do think Kawhi Leonard got blown by at times. I'm gonna say that because y'all like to switch shit up.
That's fine.
Okay.
You got that one.
Yeah.
All right.
Revising a bad take. Can I do that?
Shit.
Yeah.
Can I go back in the time machine and revise takes? And will y'all leave me alone if I do this?
And I do think
will y'all leave me alone if I go back and revise
better
takes?
than Derek White. I do think Dennis Schroeder better than Derek White.
He had a good game yesterday.
Hey,
no.
Hey, what else do I need to clear up? What else?
Damn.
Because when I'm right, I'm right. Hey, when I'm right, I'm right.
When you wrong, you are wrong.
No, Ox, how does it go? When you wrong, you could be right. Because what?
I was right in the first place.
When you're wrong, you really right because you could have been.
Yeah.
If I'm wrong, that's still hilarious, bro. They said that makes sense.
Hey, when I'm wrong, let's pull up the tape, clip it up. I don't mind because you know what I do when I don't count. This is what y'all want me to do. Y'all want me to count my wrongs instead of my rights. Why the fuck would I do that? I'm here to promote me. I'm not here to promote you.
Be correct.
I got what I got. It is what it is. Now, when I'm wrong, bring the footage and we should have a segment.
Yeah. Was
he wrong? And then we should roll the footage out. And Chill gonna say some shit. What he said about Chuck Hayes and Joakim Noah, and we're gonna roll the footage. Boom.
Hey, Frenchier. I'm trying to figure out what the Murphy had to do with anything.
Oh, you was in Paris?
He said Eddie Murphy. That's crazy, but no, Bron, we not doing Frenchier. We not doing that shit. We not doing Frenchier.
I mean, all right, Drenchier.
No, nothing. Nothing. None of that shit.
Hey, that's love. Kanye a legend. He a genius. He a billionaire.
Y'all not finna bully me. I just want you to know I'm not gonna get bullied. Or
we're not gonna walk in the room and slap you.
Oh no, hell no.
We didn't slap you.
I'm one of the ones that can't get slapped and can't get canceled. I can't get slapped or canceled at all. Period.
That's Kanye.
I guess.
Have you seen somebody slap Kanye? Have you seen somebody cancel Kanye?
But he said some interesting things yesterday that I didn't want to click the link. So that shit was going a little too far, man. I don't know.
Well, speaking of interesting things, my man Adam West sent through a members chat and he said Jordan Poole is better than Bradley Beal, Lars, and you know it. If the Suns team had Poole instead of Beal, they would be in the playoffs.
No,
I disagree wholeheartedly. I think you guys are forgetting who Bradley Beal is because he's on a bad team he's on a bad team and he's in a bad offense for him. But I think you guys are forgetting who Bradley Beal is when he's on a good team, or even when he's by himself. Like I think you guys really underestimate
Bradley Beal. Cool.
Brad's only been on a good team like once or twice, and that was when John Wall was around. So it's like Bradley Beal been fighting for his life his whole career. You know what I'm saying? Like he been drowning his whole career. You know what I'm saying? His whole time he been catching fades. Like when he was with a good squad, Bron was out there. Brad been getting the short end of the stick for a long time. He a real hooper. But I have been kind of down on Brad just with these recent findings that he unwilling to adapt, unwilling to change his game. I think that's a stain. I think that's a stain on his record in my eyes. You know what I'm saying? But whatever.
Absolutely.
Hey man, I'm always say it, man. And Bradley Beal, did Bradley Beal win a championship at Florida? No, I don't think so.
No, he didn't. No.
But so look, this is what I'm saying. Losers lose, man, and winners win, man. You understand that?
Oh, no.
Yeah, bro. I disagree with Bradley Beal saying don't disrespect me by changing your game like Drew Holiday. Losers lose, winners win, bro. If you're not willing to change because you say you're a loser, bro, for a reason.
Bounce.
That's fair. That's very fair.
You're a loser for a reason. And I ain't even want to, drag on Bradley Beal because I do think if he was in a better situation, he'd be better. But you averaging 30 ain't good for it's not good for a franchise because you can't average 30 and carry a team. So you do need to change your game up, bro. Losers lose, winners win. I like championship DNA. I only follow guys with that championship DNA. I'm a bigger voucher for that, except for Kyle Kuzma. That shit was fluky. That shit was straight fluky. Kuzma been a loser on a lot of levels, and then he go get him a sneaky. See, I'm gonna disrespect the bubble championship now. That bullshit ass bubble championship because Kuzma got it.
No, I mean you can win and not have championship DNA. Like, sometimes you just on the team.
That's also true.
They can no. Because the championship.
When did that happen, Mars? Who's done
the championship team does a really good job of putting together a team in a championship for a reason.
I mean, respectfully.
Cal did his thing.
Nick Young doesn't strike me as championship DNA.
No, yes, he does because
he doesn't strike me as championship DNA.
What he did against
he doesn't strike me as championship DNA. But
he
has
that's a good pull.
What he
but
did
when you say championship DNA, I don't think Nick Young. I think Chris Paul before I think Nick Young, and Chris Paul ain't won any.
Wait.
Yeah, Mars.
Nick Young. Whose team was Nick Young on when they won it?
Warriors. He did a damn good job.
Which year? 16?
17.
I'm not saying
he
was
there with Quinn Cook.
I'm saying when I think championship DNA, I don't think Nick Young. That doesn't mean Nick Young didn't contribute to the Warriors. You contribute. Right. But that doesn't mean you have championship DNA. That's what I'm saying.
Wait. Who contributed more though? Kuz to the Lakers or Nick Young to the Warriors? Because if you ask me, I think Kuz put in more work than Nick Young did.
I would probably say Kuz. I would say Kuz.
That's not comparable.
I wasn't particularly high on Kuz.
Man, what Nick Young did in 2017 was crazy shit, bro. He was clamping James Harden at a certain time, bro. Like, and I was like, first of all, that shit was fouling. First of all, he was fouling. They weren't calling that shit, but. Nick Young got championship DNA, which means like Nick Young and J.R. Smith, like somebody just said J.R. Smith. If you put them on a team and they contending for something and you throw them in there, like they make big plays. Like I like guys like Christian Braun. Like I had to come out and say I was wrong about Davion Mitchell. Because Davion got championship DNA. You can tell by the way he played. You can tell by the way he played.
Jamal Shed, another one.
So he ain't got no championship DNA. He ain't win no championship.
It's not about winning a championship. DNA is. Chris Paul has championship DNA. I don't care what you tell me. No, Chris Paul has championship DNA.
My question
is championship DNA.
No, he don't because he turns the ball over down the stretch every time.
Making a mistake.
Okay, making a mistake down the stretch doesn't matter. But Mars, my question to you, Mars, is when you're on a championship team, do we not have to be on the same page, like all of us?
No, I did.
Yes.
I think most of us have won something in sports. Not everyone was always on the same page.
Right, not all the time. Wait,
hey, man. Not championship is hard as shit, bro.
But even everyone's on the same page. Mars, I want you to stay there.
More often than not, though, Mars. Everybody has to be on that.
That's what I'm saying. More often than not, I'm saying there's people on those teams who aren't necessarily wired the same way. I think Nick Young is an example of that.
But if
he's wired that way, they still won and he helped.
That shit get exposed.
Which is fair, Mars.
Go ahead, Chill.
Which is fair, Mars. But when you win in spite of people, I'm still gonna have to do the things that are for the betterment of the unit.
That's a fact.
And when I'm doing stuff for the better, and if I'm doing stuff for the betterment of the unit, that's part of who I am. That's enriched in my DNA. Because if I wasn't, I'm doing stuff. If I wasn't, I'm doing stuff like, you know what? I ain't coming off the bench. You know what? I ain't sacrificing shots. You know what? I'm not defending. You know what? I'm not going to take less minutes. But I am doing this for the unit, even if it is, to your point, Mars, in spite of everybody else. I'm doing it because I want to win. That's championship DNA.
Hey,
sacrifice. Sacrifice isn't necessarily championship DNA.
No, but Mars, I'm gonna tell you the
It's
truth,
part
bro.
of
With a
it, but
team,
that's not-
bro, with a team, bro, you can have 12 guys on the team, bro, and every player is important, whether they step on the court or
I
not.
agree with that. Yes.
So that's the championship DNA, though, because the championship DNA is even if I'm the 10th man on the bench, right? I gotta buy in. I can't distract everybody else because I'm not playing. Because most people can be like, I ain't playing, fuck them. Like, but no, I gotta get my reps hard as shit in practice. I gotta play my role. I gotta cheer my teammates on. I gotta do all of the shit that matters because when your name is called, if you don't have that same DNA as the rest of the team, y'all not gonna win a chip. A lot of times, championships start in a locker room because if you're distracted by a lot of shit, you're not gonna get there. So when you say Nick Young don't got that championship DNA, we seen Nick Young coming averaging 18. And in I think he averaged maybe 19 a game one time. He came over there to the Warriors and sacrificed for sure. Not saying that he didn't have, not saying that wasn't the right thing for his career.
Sacrifice necessarily means championship DNA.
But he was
let me ask you this.
You could be a good teammate and not have championship
I think
DNA.
it does.
100%.
I think it does if you win a championship.
Maybe we need to get to the bottom. Mars, what do you think?
On a good team.
So Mars, let me ask you this question, Mars. What do you think championship DNA is in your estimation?
Championship DNA is being it starts with being a good teammate. It starts with sacrificing for the greater good.
Yep.
Okay. And then it comes down to like doing the right things consistently.
Right.
And then also just like the way you carry yourself is like the way of a champion. Like those things are championship DNA to me. Sure. Being on a championship team doesn't mean everyone is wired the same way. Like you could still 100%. Be playing towards the same goal. Right. But winning, like I'll speak for myself. That's the easiest way to do it. I don't have championship DNA.
Okay.
I've won.
Right.
But I don't have championship DNA.
Right.
Because I'm not willing to. I'm not willing to
win a championship this year. So you get Young.
I won the PCL twice.
Championship DNA in that. Exactly. You got championship DNA in that.
I don't have championship DNA.
You 100%.
There's people who have lost, but they do all the right things, and sometimes the stars just don't align for you. But they do all the right things.
I agree.
But
that don't mean
DNA that you require to.
No, but that don't mean the player is better than you because he has championship DNA. That's not mean he's better than you. That don't mean that.
I'm not saying that, Jordan.
No, but I'm saying like, hold on, chill. But I'm saying like for example, you brought up Chris Paul, bro. Chris Paul,
championship DNA. Yes.
Chris Paul, and this is why I won't say championship DNA. Chris Paul has a hell of a career. Great player like that, bro. Is he better than Nick Young? Absolutely. Absolutely, he's better than Nick Young. But at the same time, his path is totally different. He's the star of the team, and he can't get it done. Nick Young isn't the star of the team, but he can get it done once you put him on the team, and he can fill in. He can do that. Now, could Chris Paul do that? I don't know. He bounced around certain different teams and didn't do it. So I don't know. But what I'm saying is for Nick Young to say, you know what? I'm going to sign over here with the Warriors. I think he came late in the season, too. I don't know if he started the season with him. But
he started the season on the Warriors.
Okay, so if he come over there to the Warriors, shit don't go well all the time. Like we see a lot of players that just don't look well with the Warriors. But he come there and do what he's supposed to do, step up in the playoffs. Bro, that's championship DNA. Same thing for J.R. Smith. Like, it's something about being a champion. Like, bro, y'all don't
has championship DNA.
I think because he was on that Warriors team. Yes, I think he does.
You think James Wiseman has championship DNA?
I think so. Yes, he does.
I can't believe you. I can't believe, Jordan, that you're hyping the contribution that Nick Young had on that basketball team.
I don't agree with
I'm not
Jordan. I don't agree with Jordan.
I'm not hyping it, but back to Mars.
I'm not hyping it, but I do think winning a championship is hard, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Winning a championship is hard as shit, bro.
I don't think
anybody on that team understands the grind of
DNA to win a championship.
I think you do.
Everything that you just what you just mentioned to me, Mars, sacrifice. Okay, well, Nick Young, when he got on that Warriors crew, did he sacrifice?
Is it sacrifice or he just knew he wasn't going to play that much?
Well, I'm still sacrificing because I know what I'm getting.
He went to ring chase, not exactly a sacrifice.
But I know I could go play somewhere else and just get paid.
Not win a ring.
Right, and go get paid.
Yeah, he didn't sacrifice. He wanted a championship.
But I am sacrificing. I'm sacrificing minutes. I'm 100%. I could go play for somebody else and get minutes who is right and lose, but I am going to play and have a chance.
That's not sacrifice. He went to get what he wanted, which was a championship.
But I'm sacrificing it.
Fellas, I'm about to step in because I want us to talk about these awards and not Nick Young and whether he has championship.
Yeah, I don't know Nick Young. Maybe he does. You know what, Nick Young? I apologize for disrespecting the championship DNA. Because maybe Nick Young was like really doing stuff behind the scenes that I don't know. I don't want to disrespect Nick. I don't know the
When
man.
they called
maybe he
his
doesn't have
name,
championship DNA.
Mars, when they
Maybe he
called
does.
his name, he answered the bell. The bell was ding, 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 ding. That's championship DNA, bro. You ready, bro? Like you ready at any moment
do that
for
off
any
the bench
scenario.
For the Wizards, they ain't got championship DNA.
All right,
Hell
fellas.
no.
Here we
Fuck
go.
out of here. Them motherfucker won 9 games.
The NBA has announced the 3 finalists for all the in-season awards. So let's get to it, and you guys let me know how you feel about these. First up, we have the MVP. Giannis, SGA, and Jokic. And I think it's all in the order that they have it in here. So I think Giannis is first, SGA second, Jokic is third.
They did it like a podium. So Shea's in the middle because he's first. And then Jokic is on that side, which is second. And then Giannis is on that side, which is third. That's how it is.
Well,
so
Mars,
like you can look at this and really figure out who's going to win the awards.
Well, Mars, if I had podium pedigree and DNA, I would know that. But I
don't. You don't know what it's like to be at the top of the podium.
Yeah. But
I got podium DNA. Yeah, I got podium DNA.
Any surprise here with the MVP? I don't think this is.
No, absolutely
not. This was the 3 that everyone knew was going to be.
Yeah.
All right. Moving along. We have the 2024-25 finalists for the Defensive Player of the Year. Dyson Daniels, Draymond Green, and Evan Mobley.
Absolutely.
My question, and you guys straighten me out because I might sound ridiculous with this. Did Draymond talk himself into this?
Yes. Campaign.
He did. He campaigned for it, but
I mean he deserved to be in the top 3, but he did boost his case.
I just want to make sure that I'm not bugging out. I'm not saying that Draymond wasn't great as a defender this year, but did he not talk himself into this? Is there somebody else that could have possibly been in this conversation for Defensive Player of the Year?
Why not Triple J?
Because the Grizzlies defense fell off a cliff in like January.
Yeah.
So that's why he fell out the standings. I mean, Draymond for me was going to be top 3 before Wemby went down. Maybe not. I don't know, because I wasn't really thinking about second and third. Wemby was going to win it. But then when Wemby went down, I think Draymond had just as good a chance as anyone after Evan Mobley. So I think he was fine. But I do think his talking definitely got him on the national radar, which helped his case. But I think he has been a top 3 defender in the league this year. So
absolutely, every time and you're not getting that recognition in the league, you got to advocate for yourself. I love that he went on there and talked to say, "Hey, it should be me. Look at this. Look at what I'm doing. Look at my team. We 7th in the NBA right now. Top defense. Anytime the Warriors is top defense, you need to look at Draymond as up there for the award, at least spoken about. Anytime
you're not gonna win it though. Evan Mobley's gonna win it. So
I think it should be.
I do see people in the chat saying Lou Dort.
Nah,
I'm not upset about that at all.
I would be upset over those 3. I mean, he's not supposed to be ahead of those 3.
I mean, I think that defense has been so shut down, so dominant.
The thing about Lou Dort,
and I know it's other people in there that are playing defense too, but Lou Dort is the head of that in my opinion.
A lot of people would say
J-Dub. You think over J-Dub, Ox? You think over J-Dub?
You see?
I do. Yeah, I do. But Ron, my thing about that, Ron, to that point, Ron, them young boys is playing defense so crazy, so spectacular. Hello, how the hell? Hold on.
You good?
Threw my man off the track.
Y'all hear that?
No.
Okay, never mind. Cool. If y'all can't hear it, don't worry about it.
Good.
The TV just popped on 5 Little Monkeys. My daughter was listening to this before she went to school this morning. But Ron, their defense is so crazy, bro, to the point that when you were talking about J-Dub and Lou Dort,
did you just call their defense 5 Little? Go ahead.
What you mean?
Nah, they go Caruso. They go Caruso.
As you were saying.
Yeah, get him up out of here.
As you were saying.
I think I wouldn't be mad at either one of them or both of them being in that top 3. That defense is to that level, and they're both playing perimeter defense locked down to that high of an extent. Where if I looked up there and it was Evan Mobley, Lou Dort, and J-Dub, I wouldn't flinch. If it was Dyson Daniels, Lou Dort, and J-Dub, I wouldn't flinch. You know what I'm saying?
Well, let me ask you this, Ox. If you have in the past, and this is for the panel also, in the past, we've had defensive teams on paper that have been this good, right? Have we had a team this good on paper defensively that has not had a Defensive Player of the Year candidate? Because I remember when the Bulls had it in 1996, Scottie Pippen finished second in Defensive Player of the Year.
I'm assuming it would have been Chet, but he just.
That's what I'm saying. So I think Scottie Pippen finished second that year in Defensive Player of the Year in 96. That 08 team, as good as they were, that Celtic team. I mean, Kevin Garnett won the Defensive Player. Yeah, Cade, he won the defensive player of the year. When we're talking about teams this good defensively, where they got the net rating that they have, not only do they have the net rating that they have, they're holding teams to the amount of points that they're holding them to. We may have a team, we may have a defensive team in Oklahoma City that may not have a defensive player of the year candidate, but have 3 all-league defenders. That may happen.
Right. And that makes sense. That makes perfect sense because the defense is that great. So you're gonna have 3 really good defenders. Yes. But I think this defense, and I tried my hardest at the beginning of the season to downplay it, like, oh man, that's nothing, it's just whatever. We'll see. But it kept happening. Chet was down, and it kept happening. You know what I'm saying? Like I understand that everybody over there is locked in, but to be at that point, somebody over there is doing something that most people ain't doing. You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot of the team, but yeah. Right, I know, Mars, but I'm saying like to Lou Dort and J-Dub, both of them could be in this top 3. And as a matter of fact, I think both of them should be in this top 3 over Draymond Green.
I honestly wouldn't be mad at that. Over Draymond, I don't know.
No. Over Draymond, because I got Dyson. I think Dyson should be defensive player of the year. I think Evan Mobley's playing better defense than Draymond Green. I don't think Draymond Green is playing better defense than Lou Dort and J-Dub. So for those reasons, I don't think he should be in this conversation. I think he campaigned like Ronald Reagan to get on this top 3. That man was out there doing interviews to explain his defensive player of the year case. He said like me after losing the PCL debate on my channel, trying to explain why I won, trying to get the judges like, what are you doing, bro? Have some integrity. You know what I'm saying? Like let the judges do their thing, man. Draymond Green don't belong in this conversation.
That's far.
I feel the same way, except it's the opposite. I think Evan Mobley's being overhyped. That's the one that I'm like, okay, you guys are going ballistic with Evan Mobley. I wasn't expecting you to say that.
Disagree with that? Yeah, I don't think he's been the best defender throughout the season, but I think this is just a weird DPOY year because Wemby was going to win it for the first 50 games. Yeah, and then he went down.
Going away, by the way.
So then it was like, who's the next best candidate? And at the time, I think it was Evan Mobley. But Evan Mobley's defense the last 2 months of the season wasn't really moving me, but the Cavs had already secured the 1 seed, so I just don't think they were really trying for it. So it's like he wasn't the best defender while Wemby was available. And then when Wemby went down, I don't think he was the best defender in the league either. But that's because the Cavs season was already over. So like there's never been a point where I think Mobley's been the best performing defender. Right. But I do think if he wins it, it makes sense. And to answer your question about a defense this good that didn't have a DPOY candidate, the Chicago Bulls in 07 were the best defense in the league. Ben Wallace came 6th in DPOY. No one was close. And statistically, I think their defense actually might rank higher than this Thunder team. And they had no DPOY candidate. Interesting. So that's the first example I could think of. I had to go check. But yeah, I think Mobley's case makes sense, but I don't think he's been the best defender in the league the past 2 months or whatever since Wemby's been down. So I get what Ron's saying, but he's also just not as high on Mobley's defense as I am. So
like as a defender, yes. Like if we're just talking about tools and all of that talent, but I just don't think he's had that same level of impact that Draymond's had for this Warriors team. Now, granted, Jimmy's over there, so Jimmy's helping him a lot. But at the same time, like this dude is playing center, in which he's played center for a long time. But we've grown accustomed to him doing it. But that doesn't take away from the fact that he is 6'6", anchoring a defense.
And he switches out, Ron. He switches out on both.
And I could say the same thing. And I could say the same thing about Mobley. Mobley does the same thing. Like you just talked about Mobley. You talked about Draymond playing center. Okay, well, I also play center, and I'm also playing the 2.
Does Mobley play center?
I'm also.
Or does he have a center behind him?
Jarrett Allen and Mobley don't play that many minutes together. They play like 12, 15 minutes together.
How many minutes is Draymond playing at the center?
Not, I mean, they put post next to him They put post next to him as much as they can. Or Looney, which is a whole different issue. But Draymond at the 5, like routinely, they just die on the rebounds. So,
but to answer your question, Ron, I mean, again, at the center spot, yes, I rim protect. Not only do I rim protect, I rebound, but I also guard on the perimeter. I guard in the mid post. I guard in transition. I blow up a lot of the stuff that you guys are doing. Now, Mars and I had already had this conversation. We just disagree on both Wemby and Mobley, but that's neither here nor there. I think that with Draymond, I mean, if you play in the 5, I think that we're in a different space with the 5-man today than we were in the past. But I still think that a lot of 5 men in today do a lot of 5-man stuff, like rebound, like go at the rim. And I think that Mobley in the post, as a post defender, as a rim protector, I'm not saying it's not close, but I do think that there's a gap between both him and Draymond.
Yeah, I got Dre, but
shout out. I got Amen Thompson, but he ain't even making sure.
I'm not mad at him either.
Yeah, I got Amen.
That's a good.
Hey, we play tomorrow. We play tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow. Yep.
All right, y'all. Well, Morris, with your podium analysis, Draymond's in the first.
No, it doesn't work that way on this one. It goes right. It goes right to left. So it's gonna be Mobley first, Draymond second. That's how this one works. Yeah.
Well, the next one we got is Coach of the Year, and we got Kenny Atkinson, JB Bickerstaff, and Ime Udoka.
Ime's gonna come third. I don't know who's gonna come first, but Ime's gonna come.
I think Atkinson is gonna come third. Mars, you took a good team and made them better. I think that it's gonna be a photo finish between both Bickerstaff and Coach Udoka. I don't think that.
Chill.
Yes, sir.
You think it's gonna be Atkinson, or you want it to be Atkinson?
He thinks Atkinson's coming third.
I think Atkinson is coming third. I think he made a good team even better. I think that what both Bickerstaff and Coach Udoka did, I think that was masterful, considering what they were and what they were going to be coming into this season. And what Coach Udoka has done with that crew and what Coach Bickerstaff has done with that team, completely changing the mentality in Detroit.
But chill. Ime and Kenny Atkinson pretty much did the same thing. Obviously, the Rockets didn't make the playoffs, but the Rockets won 41 games last year.
No,
Rockets won 41 games last year. They won 52 this year. So he got a 12-win increase. Kenny Atkinson got what? 15-game increase.
They were a top 3 seed in the Eastern Conference last year, that Cleveland team. Top 3 with Donovan Mitchell. And they were decimated by injury. That was a damn good team that Kenny Atkinson inherited. Damn good team with great rotation players. He just made them better. Now, don't get me wrong.
He made them historic, like damn near historic too, though.
He damn near historic. Now, considering what Coach and considering what Coach Bickerstaff did in Detroit, they were historically bad, and he turned them around. Right, so he made.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one. I agree with you on that. But I'm talking about if you're gonna give Ime that credit. Kenny Atkinson improving their wins by a lot too says a lot. He also improved their offense.
I'm not gonna that part I'm not gonna. That's why. But I feel like with what Coach Atkinson did in making a good team better, I feel like Ime Udoka did a better job at that. None of you dudes up here had the Houston Rockets as a top 5 seed in the Western Conference coming into the season. None of y'all did that. And Ime Udoka with having defense as a staple and turning Amen Thompson, as great as an athlete as he is, and turning him into one of the elite defenders in the game, not just turning him into one of the elite defenders, being able to crash the glass like your team does. I mean, that's coaching. Yeah. Being able to hold these dudes accountable, that's big-time coaching. Same thing with Coach Bickerstaff. They had a loser mentality in Detroit. Let's just take the players off the table for a second, Ox. They had I got to walk in here, and I got to change these dudes' attitude. We think we suck. So forget us as players. Right? Forget us as a team. We think we are garbage.
They thought they suck. I don't know if they thought they suck. I thought
they to after 28 games.
How could they not think they suck?
Yeah. I think them having Monty Williams was like they knew they should have got rid of his ass. But I know they needed another voice. I don't think they thought they sucked. I feel like, shit just happened. But I knew when they got the veterans that they got, that was going to help them out to give them the boost that they needed. They just needed veterans. They just needed veterans.
Not to this extent.
I mean, if y'all were low on Cade Cunningham, I can see why you say that. But I was never low on him. I knew Cade Cunningham would be one of those players. So when you one of those players.
As an all-pro? You thought he was an all-pro caliber player? After what you saw last year.
Yeah, but I realized like that was part of that, like them going through bullshit. I didn't think Monty Williams was a good coach. I didn't think they was in like I think they had a lot of turmoil over there. Like he doing dumb shit like starting what's that kid name? Killing Hayes, shit like that. Like that's obviously was a horrible decision. So like I know what Cade Cunningham was what he could be. Like it was clear what Cade Cunningham could be. So if y'all low on Cade Cunningham, then I can see how y'all think it's no way y'all thought that they were going to be one of the worst teams in the NBA again.
I thought they'd be better. I'm not going to argue that point, Jordan. I did think that they would be better. I did not think that they were a bona fide playoff team. No, I did not think that they were going to be.
I said it. So,
yeah, I mean, Jordan, you remind us every time you talk about the Pistons.
Yeah, we know. Jordan, I don't know if you said it because you wasn't up here. You ain't saying it on the panel. So
yes,
I can't give you credit.
I did say on the panel we had a whole argument about Tobias Harris.
You said it on the panel in February?
I said it before the season. No, I said it before the season.
You was on here before the season?
I
No.
don't remember him being on here before the season. No, you wasn't.
When did you join?
Yes,
Jordan?
I was.
Jordan,
You wasn't up. You wasn't up here in September, Jordan. No, you was not.
not.
Boy, yes, I was. What are y'all talking about? Yes, I was.
remember.
Jordan trying to get retro.
That sound right though, because I feel like I've known Jordan for at least
It might be right. I don't know.
Y'all trying to treat Jordan like a new nigga. I'm not going for that.
Yes,
Bro, I was going to go to
talking about
3 weeks.
Listen,
Yeah, but not February. Not February.
Jordan, this what PCG was talking about.
Yeah,
This
he
that
was
Kanye
there.
shit.
That's the first time I've seen him.
This that Kanye shit right here.
Listen, I was going to go to PC weekend with y'all guys. Would y'all not know that?
In Indianapolis.
Yes.
Yeah, that was.
Yes.
That was
Yeah, but you
September.
didn't because you weren't really a regular for real.
No,
Jordan probably what, July?
Yeah.
So like last summer.
I came on in the summertime. Yes, that's a fact. Bro, what are y'all talking about? What are you
You've been here for like 3 months. You've been here for like 3
Bro,
months.
what is wrong with y'all?
Bring out the tape, Jordan. Bring out the tape.
Yeah, Jordan.
you've been here for
I
like 3
apologize,
months,
bro. I
bro.
don't remember.
The
you
first
back,
thing I
bro.
remember
I
from
promise
Jordan
you
is
we
when he
had
said Wade wasn't dominant. I don't know what showed up. Oh
Yeah.
no, you
That
you
was
were
a
thinking
long
he was
time
taking
ago.
all-time positions. He
Yes,
was
that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
When he was
Bro,
ranking
when
up
I
the
said
top
D-Wade
five,
was dominant was like my
he was-
first and second
he was
episode. That was
I
like my
hated
first and
Jordan
second
at the
episode.
beginning. Yeah,
For sure.
Yeah,
I'm
I
telling y'all,
disliked Jordan at the beginning.
If y'all go back, I don't know what episode that was. We got into an argument when I said that Tobias Harris getting on that Detroit Pistons team was going to help them. And y'all like, Tobias Harris, the bum in Philly? The bum in Philly?
I wasn't there that day.
No, I think you was there. You was the bum in Philly? I was like,
He was
bro,
a
I'm
bum
telling
in
y'all.
Philly. He was
I'm like,
a
bro, I'm
bum in
telling
Philly.
y'all, Malik Beasley. I'm like, Malik Beasley.
Oh, I do remember that.
Tobias Harris. I kept saying those vets and JB Bickerstaff is going to make them a playoff team. And then here we are.
You've been here for a minute.
Yes, I don't know what y'all talking about. This damn nigga.
Good
Shut
shit,
up,
Jordan.
Jordan. Man, your Ricky
Your
Hayes is almost done.
Yeah, you've been here for.
Bars will stop acting like he doesn't like you,
Hey,
and you'll get a nickname that actually sticks.
Hey, it's all right. That's why me and Mars, we roommates everywhere we go. Like, it is what it is.
No, that was a one-time thing.
PC Weekend, PC Weekend Las Vegas. Y'all both bet in PC Weekend Las Vegas. But all right,
PCL winner deserves his own room, but that's besides the point.
we got to move on to the next award. But shout out JB Bickerstaff for being in the middle. Yo, chill.
Yes, sir.
You said you got Kenny Atkinson, but in the forum you said JB Bickerstaff.
No, he said Kenny Atkinson's studs. Listen, Ron, he keeps saying he's studs.
Oh, you said he's third?
Yeah, stud.
Oops.
Now you exposing the forms. Come on, man. I'll host. Carry on.
Well, I mean, we're gonna see it in a second. But either way it goes, here we go. We have
we don't really care, Ron. We don't really
Rookie of the Year, Stephon Castle, Zachary Richardson, and Jalen Wells.
We don't really care. We don't really care.
I'm going Castle, but I hear you.
I think it's a sweep with Castle.
Yeah. We don't really care, Ron. We don't really care.
Zach did make a strong case at the end of the season, though, but Castle's been consistent throughout the whole year. He's been a better rookie.
I go Zach Edey, but you know.
And shout out to Jalen Wells.
You know, ball Mars.
Thank you.
Richie Shea's making this a conversation, though.
He did it towards the end
Yes,
of the
he
season.
is.
No conversation I want to have, but
Yeah.
I guess.
He's definitely made it a conversation because it didn't look good early. Like he came out like a deer in headlights. He didn't know what the hell he was doing, but he definitely made it a conversation late. I think
shout out to all the rooks. We have the 6th man of the year, Malik Beasley, Ty Jerome.
Damn, Ty Jerome snuck in that mug.
Yeah, I didn't know Ty Jerome was eligible.
Yeah, he snuck in that.
So when I filled out the form, I'm not gonna say who I picked. I didn't know Ty Jerome was eligible, so I didn't put him.
Right.
Because I was saying now he would have been my pick, but I didn't know he was able to win.
So who do you pick?
I'm not gonna say that.
You pick Malik Beasley, huh?
I actually don't know who I picked. I don't think so. I might have picked Payton.
No, Mars picked. You picked Tari Eason.
Okay. I would have picked Ty Jerome, but I didn't know the.
I didn't know he was eligible either.
Yeah, I didn't know he was eligible. I thought
I probably would have picked him. I don't know, Malik. I think people overlooking what Malik Beasley do because he one dimensional. But y'all for sure overlooking that shit, bro.
Absolutely.
You know what? You know what though, Jordan? It's crazy that you say that because when you and me had that debate, I started paying more attention to Detroit, And what else they have out after Cade Cunningham? And I'm like, yo,
it's him. It's for sure him. Like it's like crazy. It's him. Without him,
he was like 1 for 8 from 3 last night.
Oh, here you go with the bullshit, Mars.
He was right. He was.
Yes, he was. Yes.
He was like 0 for 6 or something.
He did make that 1-3 at the
1 for 8.
Yeah, I thought you said 0 for 8.
He got a couple of and ones. Yeah. He got a couple of and ones. Respect his and ones, Mars.
He made like 2 shots. Where's the couple and ones?
Hey man, they made enough for them to win.
Yeah, he was one for whatever. Tim Hardaway Jr. couldn't buy a bucket. They hooped in game 1 though, so they was allowed to have their off game. But neither one of them could buy a bucket yesterday.
But I'm just saying though, I mean, he had a good 9. Malik Beasley had a good 9 on 9 shots. It was ass.
Ty Jerome had 28 first game of the playoffs.
Hey man, it's okay. We ain't talking about just
the playoffs. That's what the real six man of the year.
I'm talking about the 6 man of the year ended in the regular season. I'm talking about him being the second lead scorer on that team. Like one dimensional, not nigga. That shit is amazing for you to be the second leading scorer off the bench. Last time was Lou Will. We ain't never seen that.
He lead them in scoring? Lou Will?
Yes. No,
what team was that?
The Clippers.
Like,
it
might have been Tobias. No, it could have been Lou Will though.
It was one of them too.
But
the crazy thing about Ty Jerome's case is, remember in the beginning of the year, it was a guy that played for the Atlanta Hawks by the name of DeAndre Hunter who was balling. I remember that. That's a fact. He was I think he was coming with like 20 a game for a stint. He gets traded, goes over to the Cavs, and we haven't mentioned his name yet. Why?
Hey, did he not?
Because
they
got somebody else coming off the bench that's outshadowing him.
Did did DeAndre Hunter not play last game? I don't remember seeing his ass.
Yeah, he played.
So you're hating. That's what you're
he played.
I don't remember seeing him. I'm just saying. I know Ty Jerome was outstanding. I watched every game that
day. DeAndre Hunter played 16 minutes.
He played. He just sucked.
He didn't score.
Damn.
Yeah, he played.
Kuzma, except he shot 4 shots in mid. Yeah, he pulled a Kuzma.
No. He had other stats.
Now they pulled his ass out the game too. 16 minutes. They said, "Get your bum ass out."
Yeah, because the minutes that Ty Jerome and Max Reese and them are giving him was better.
Yeah, I mean that's cool. I just didn't remember seeing his ass. I watched every damn game because I've been trying to get the content going for you guys. But shit,
he played. Sam Merrill too. Shout out Sam Merrill. But yeah, I'm saying that to say DeAndre Hunter went over there and Ty Jerome has overshadowed him.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Hey, shout out Ty Jerome. He got it. Whatever it is, he got it. But all right, back to the next award. As you can see,
his ass ain't winning no 6 man.
I don't think he's gonna win it either. I think
he's gonna finish.
It has to be Beasley. Yeah,
it's gonna be Beasley and Pritchard, but he's gonna finish. Ty Jerome gonna finish
Pritchard got this locked up, y'all.
I don't know, bro. Beasley, but I mean, it depends on what y'all. I know some people value. What you call that? Being more than one dimensional. People value that, but to me, that don't got shit to do with being a 6 man. To me, to me, it's more so like the boost you give your team.
There's plenty of 6 men who just been Jamal Crawford was a bucket getter. Lou Williams was a bucket getter. Just because
Lou Williams was a playmaker too, though. He led the team in assists too, I think.
But that depends a lot about scheme too, and what you're looking for in your team and how you build your team, and how your coaching philosophy and all that. It's completely different for every team. Like when with the Grizzlies, when Tyus was coming off the bench for them, they didn't need a spark plug. They needed somebody that can come and control the pace, not turn the ball over, keep the offense flowing. Ja goes out, he could rock for 22 games and they only lose 3 or whatever the record was. You know what I'm saying some teams don't need that. Some teams do need like how Nate Robinson was with the Knicks and the Celtics, come out and just bang some 3s, spark Eddie House type player. You know what I'm saying? Some teams need that. It's all about construction. I think what Peyton Pritchard does for the Celtics is as important as Malik Beasley. You know what I'm saying? He does a lot more for that team, even on defense, all over the floor. I don't see how Peyton Pritchard doesn't win the award.
All right, y'all. The next award we got is Clutch Player of the Year. And we got Jalen Brunson, Anthony Edwards, and Nikola Coca-Cola.
I didn't even know that.
This is bullshit. This is bullshit.
What? You got De'Aaron again?
No, damn De'Aaron. Where's LeBron?
I don't know. I don't understand the
clutch. I don't understand LeBron not on here.
I don't understand how Anthony Edwards is there, but I don't know.
As a 3-point shooter, I guess because he lead the league in threes.
What's that going to do with clutch stuff?
And be getting busy in the clutch.
Yeah.
Y'all haven't been seeing this all year?
I think it's Brunson though.
Let's go look let me go look at the clutch numbers because that's what this stat is based on. Let's see. Let me see. Regular season clutch numbers. Damn. It's gonna show me these guys who played one game. Disgraceful.
Okay. Morris, while you looking for that, I do just want to mention that it is a guy in the NBA that ranks first in game. He shot
32% from 3 in the clutch, and that's what we praising.
Yep.
43% from the field.
What's total points? How many game winners?
3.7 points per game in the clutch. I'm not moved by this.
That's it.
Yeah,
I hear you.
Read some of Bron. What they say about Bron?
How many game winners though? Game winners
like
matter
one?
when we're talking about
like one?
Play of the year.
It was against the Rockets, right? The one he
game winners.
Yeah, game winners. We're talking
he made
about
one against. He made one against the Rockets, right?
Game winners. Absolutely.
There was another one he made.
Let's see.
Yeah, but if you just because you don't got a bunch of game winners, don't mean you're not clutch.
He doesn't have a bunch.
But if you have a bunch,
okay. He has one. Okay, so they don't matter.
I can remember now. Maybe I'm way off on that, but he has one that I remember.
Yeah, what's Bron's numbers, Morris?
Well, while Morris is looking that up, all I want to say is there's a guy running around the NBA who's first in game winners, which I think is the best metric for clutch player of the year.
Who's that,
first
Ron?
in game winners.
Who was that,
He's
Ron?
first in assists. He's first in free throws. He's third.
I don't know how he not in the. I don't know how he not in the award, but I guess because they make playoff shit. I don't know.
They're not winning.
Ron only averages 2.6 points, but he shoots 52% from the field and 39% from 3.
So he gets up. So he's
efficient, but he just doesn't score that much.
Right. Which is kind of.
But I'm sorry. Like to me, this is like based on the numbers. It's very obviously Jalen Brunson, but like I don't know. He leads the league in clutch points. Mm-hmm. He shoots 51% from the field in the clutch. Mm-hmm. And he's routinely closed out games. And I think the Knicks have one of the best clutch time offenses in the league. Like I don't know how it's not Jalen Brunson. Based on whatever the criteria is. I don't know it. Mm-hmm. But like to me, it screams Jalen Brunson. And it just screams the opposite of Anthony Edwards. But you know.
All right, y'all. Well, either way it goes, we're gonna move on to the next award, which happens to be the good old MIP. Go ahead and put this on the screen. We got Cade Cunningham, we got Dyson Daniels again, and we got Zubac.
Big Zoo.
Yeah.
I had Christian Brown actually.
I got Zoo too, but I can see the argument for Dyson Daniels because when I think of most improved player, I think about guys that have made that jump, right? And Dyson Daniels was horrific. And
why is Cade in this conversation? I'm trying to figure out why Cade is in this conversation. What did he do to improve more than Christian Brown? What did he do more?
Won more games.
He went from a really good player to a all NBA team.
But with him already being the number 1 overall pick in the draft, with him already being a guy playing at that level, if you look at his numbers, they're pretty similar to what they were last year. I mean, the efficiency went up a little bit and looked a little bit different. But with all of that being said, when you're talking about being most improved, how was that more improved than what Christian Brown did? How was that more improved than what Dyson Daniels did, right? How was that more improved than Zubac, right? Guys like that, I have a difficult time with guys like Cade Cunningham being in that conversation. I just do. He's going to be an all-pro.
That's fair.
And he was already touted to be that anyway, so.
For me, it's Zoo.
I don't know how he improved if he only played goddamn 3 seasons, and he was number 1 pick. Or 4 seasons, he's number 1 pick. He got hurt 2 of the damn years. Like,
I mean, you can still improve. You can be the number 1 pick and improve.
Yeah, I know, but like, you're the number 1 pick. We set projections on what you're gonna be. Like, and you played 4 years, you got hurt 2 of the damn years. Like, we don't really know what the fuck you improved on. You was hurt. And then
Are we doing that next year? Are we doing that next year, Jordan? With what I'm asking, I'm talking about Wemby in particular.
No, so Wemby start averaging 32, then goddamn.
If he averaged 35,
I'm saying. I was like, what happens next year if Wemby is 28, 13, 4 blocks, and first team All-Pro?
But that kind of sounds like Wemby this year.
But to me, if your predictions of you being the number 1 pick and they see you as a valuable piece, now Alex Sarr, in about 4 years, he probably gonna have a goddamn case. But for a guy like Cade Cunningham and Wemby, it's like, bro, we already looking at you. We're already looking at you as a franchise player, bro. Like, we expect you to go from 15 a game and maybe you average 25 a game, like when your team gets better, like, yeah, but what Zubac did, he clearly improved. Like from him to come from the Lakers to being with the Clippers, I didn't even think he was going to be with the Clippers for a long time, bro. I was there when he first got there too. And I was like, he ain't going to be here long. But shit, for him to like carve out a role, this man might get his damn jersey retired with the Clippers.
And they'll have no jersey retired up there, by the way. Nobody's jersey retired with the Clippers.
Lou gonna get his shit. Lou gonna get his shit retired too. But it's just like, yo, bro, like he clearly is improved. He improved on defense and offense. Playmaking ability too. And obviously it's not to the tremendous thing, but he's definitely improved. Like for you to get that shit to Cade Cunningham, like that shit's corny. I would even accept Austin Reeves. I wouldn't even accept Austin Reeves.
Is a good one.
That's a good one.
Like he improved too.
Yep.
But Cade Cunningham, I'm not accepting that shit, man. Like that's not an improvement, bro. Like you can do that to any guy. They should have like gave that shit to did LeBron win it?
Paolo, how about Paolo? Is Paolo most improved too? Like is Paolo in that?
Not really. Like no,
Paolo did improve. To be fair,
no, I don't think. Man, Paolo not. Why didn't LeBron win it then?
No, because back in that day, like the most improved award was like valid.
That's what I'm saying. Let's keep it valid. Like all of this, like they
Jordan, you doing all this for no reason because Cade not finna win it. It is clearly Dyson Daniels.
For what it's worth, in year two, Dwayne Wade was second in most improved.
I mean, he did. Who won it? Who won it?
Bobby Simmons.
Shout out D-Wade. He went from
Bobby Simmons. That was really most improved.
Yeah, he went from 8 points to 16.
For sure. That I remember Bobby Simmons. That's for sure improved.
And that's what Christian Brown did. He went from 7 to 15.
He should be in
the Christian Brown went from coming off the bench to starting.
Hey,
Mars, that's an improvement.
No, it's KCP left. That's what it is.
Mars, Dwayne Wade. I almost can get with Dwayne Wade too. It just depends on how you saw Dwayne Wade coming out of college.
Wait a minute.
Depends on how you saw him.
KCP did leave. I still got to do my job though, Mars.
What
doesn't mean that he's the most
third pick?
player. It just means he had a bigger role, so he had to do his job. D-Wade was the 5th pick.
And I improved at it.
Not really, you just in a new role.
I could get with D-Wade.
And I'm not saying Christian Brown didn't improve. I just said he's not the most improved, which is what the award is, not who improved. Christian Brown's better than he was. Is he the most improved player in the league? I don't think so. But I'd have him above Cade for sure. I wouldn't have him winning the award. That would be Zoo. But I'd also have Austin Reeves.
This is quite clearly Dyson Daniels. I averaged 5 points last year. I tripled my points and went up to 15 almost.
And I'm in the defensive player of the year conversation. And I'm in the defensive player of the year conversation.
Hey, I'm fine with Dyson winning it, but
3 rebounds.
I knew Dyson was this good. So, like, for me,
I did too. I knew Dyson.
He just didn't get many minutes. Like, I knew Dyson was this good.
In
terms of what I view as improvement.
Thank you, Mars.
In terms of what Dyson, in terms of like improvement, not really. He just got more opportunity, which is great. Like, to me, Dyson didn't necessarily improve. Dyson's been tough. Yeah. He just didn't get the opportunity.
Play more.
Zubac, on the other hand, that to me is real improvement.
That's a real improvement.
Dyson Daniels is the benefactor of more opportunity, which is like cool, and I'm fine with him winning it because I do think it encaptures the spirit of the award.
Absolutely.
So I have no problem with him winning it. I don't think he's improved as much.
I went from not being, and I get what you're saying, but once again, I went from not
being
should have
been
face of the planet to top 3 in DPOY race. I broke records for steals. I have the most steals and blocks since Michael Jordan in the 80s. I don't know one of them.
I can give you that, Ron. I'm not mad at Dyson. Yeah, I'm not mad at Dyson.
Ron, you don't even have to run off. You don't even have to run off his numbers, Ron. All you got to say is, "I'm a finalist for Defensive Player of the Year." That's it.
Yeah, I'm not mad at. And all you got to say is, "I got Griffin fired, David Griffin, dumbass fired." Because how do you let that go, bro? How do you let that shit go?
I remember when that trade happened, I said he's the best player in the trade.
He was a throw-in in that trade. David
Griffin
had his too.
Respect David Griffin, but bro,
just to make the money work.
When you trade a player. They knew because you had to know. Like when the minutes that he played and he was being productive, I'm thinking to myself, why the fuck he don't play more? Or why you don't give him a better opportunity? When they drafted him, I said you got a 6'7" point guard or shooting guard who can defend, who can pass the ball, who can rebound, who can score.
Fellas, I'll see y'all tomorrow.
I'm thinking to myself, like, y'all got a gym. You put him with Zion, you got a gym. for you to just throw them in a trade, and then when you trade somebody and they go win an award like that, if y'all don't make the playoffs, or if y'all suck ass, your job ought to be fired. Your ass gotta get fired.
Mm-hmm.
Like you gotta get fired.
They go get they had to sacrifice Dyson Daniels to get Cooper Flag.
Oh shit!
There you go.
He don't need to be down there in New Orleans. No, they might love him in New Orleans. I ain't gonna lie. But
him and Zion gonna be a movie.
But I will say this: what's the name gonna get his ass fired too? The GM of the Bucks definitely gonna get his ass. Wait, they already fired him.
Did they?
Of the Bucks? No,
that was the Wizards. That was the Wizards GM. That was the Wizards GM.
Yeah.
But the Bucks GM gonna get fired if they don't
Absolutely.
get out this first round.
Kuzma was a good trade.
These GMs dropping like flies.
Yeah, because they were starting to realize like the GMs are the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, they better start signing guaranteed money. Well, these
they getting their ass fired.
Mm-hmm.
But, all right, y'all.
Buck
we got super chats. The first one is from 8 Gates Lee. 8 Gates Lee said Ben Simmons' first playoff bucket since 2021. Dub Clippers.
Shout out,
Mars, you was glazing earlier. I just wasn't on in time to stop.
Yeah, I think Ben Simmons played well. I wasn't even glazed. I said I think Ben Simmons played well.
I agree.
Like,
I said,
played well.
Ron, like I said, when he made that bullshit ass transition pass to a wide open play, I said, look, they glazing his damn pass.
Man, he grabbed the rebound and made it happen, man.
Mm-hmm.
Glaze it. Mars talking about he pushed the ball with pace very well. I'm like,
he did, but Halliburton does the same thing, and you think he overrated. So you just don't value. Yeah, you just don't value that. You just don't value that.
I don't value doing what a baby can do. I mean, goddamn.
They don't do it as much without Ben Simmons.
Oh man, they didn't do Ben Simmons last night.
Alan Bowling Pins said James Posey and Robert Horry are in there as well. Role players with championship DNA.
Facts.
Absolutely.
Fact.
I think there's many role players with championship DNA. Just
those guys are the standard.
Nick Young
DNA.
Doesn't strike me as one of them. And I think there's many role. I think
there's
many role players. I think there's many role players who haven't won a championship who do have that DNA.
No,
Josh Hart to me has championship DNA.
No, he got championship DNA in college. What we talking about?
We're including all of that too? Okay,
yes, that count. In college, that count.
Then I think OG Anunoby has championship DNA.
If he got one in college?
Oh, no, he got one in Toronto.
Yeah, he has a championship.
He got one.
He got one in Toronto.
See, exactly. He got one. He got one. Look, you know what happened? Even if you didn't play, let's say you go to a team and you was on a championship, Mark, and
I think Jimmy Butler has championship DNA.
No, I don't think so. But
no,
I disagree. Not until you win one. Not until he'll tell you himself. Not until you win.
So his DNA changes once they win.
Yeah.
I don't agree with that.
You don't. No. Listen, this is what I'm saying. Like, let's say
Jimmy don't got it. Don't nobody got it.
Like a guy like Patrick McCaw, right? He won a bunch of championships. When he goes to a team, people, players on the team, coaches on the team that never won a championship are going to ask him, "How did this work? Like, how did y'all do this? How did y'all do that?" Because he knows.
Yeah, because he saw the real championship DNA.
Yeah,
he saw it. No, because he has it. He was like,
yeah,
what was Steph, Kawhi, and KD doing?
Respect.
Yeah, this is what they were doing. So that's how we gotta get to the next level.
Respect.
Oh yeah, this is what
Patrick McCaw. Respect Patrick McCaw. He is a vital piece. Vital piece in their championship. I'm just telling y'all. Listen. I'm just telling y'all. If you never won a championship, it's hard to explain. I'm just saying. It's hard to explain.
I get.
Very hard to explain.
Jordan said, I got championship DNA.
I need to go get my ring. I'll wear it the next time I come on.
But it doesn't.
It's hard
to
explain.
So, like, if you're on a team where they haven't won a championship before, and then they go and win one,
okay,
they didn't have championship DNA, and then they all of a sudden do.
No, they you can build your championship DNA. This ain't real DNA. This is all this shit is make believe. Like,
no, but
what I'm saying in your brain,
you don't
is
have
make
to
believe
win to have it. That's what I'm saying. You don't have to win to have it. And winning doesn't mean you do that.
No,
that's what I'm arguing.
No. Winning does. You trying to nerdify winning champiomships. You trying to nerdify winning championship. You can't nerdify winning championship.
Yo,
what I'm saying is
this super chat stuff.
All right, let me get this off, Ron. I'm gonna let you go.
Yeah,
I'm just saying this. For you to win a championship, first of all, you gotta be damn near crazy. Like, you gotta be like for you to just go after some shit that ain't guaranteed, regardless, you gotta be crazy. So when you actually accomplish it, you outlasted everybody else that was in that race. They fell off for whatever reason. I don't give a shit if somebody was hurt. I don't give a shit if somebody threw up at the finish line or somebody I made a lucky shot. I won. Bottom line, I got it. And then I take that into life and I keep winning in other ways in life. Robert Horry just kept going. He went 8 times. Robert Horry just kept that train going. Shit, Bill Russell, championship DNA
For sure.
Well,
For sure.
speaking of championship DNA, 2K God asked a very good question in his members chat. He said, "Does LeBron's championship DNA get past the Bronny?"
No, he ain't never won shit. He didn't win shit in high school. He didn't win shit. He didn't go to college. He didn't win shit in college. Look, I'm talking about he didn't go to college. He was just not that good at college.
You don't know what he did in middle school.
He didn't win. I don't give a shit about a middle school championship.
It's championship DNA. What if
you playing? No, it got to be championship DNA when the playing field is kind of even.
He won some nationals, didn't he? Him and Mikey won some AAU tournaments.
But to your argument, Jordan, he saw Braun win, like you just said.
He wasn't on no team. He was not on a team. He didn't go through no practice. He was not in that.
But he's probably
he wasn't doing shit. Where's championship?
He was in the family section looking at the clipboard.
And why they didn't win a championship in the G League? No, they win championship in the G League. Does
that count? Does Scal Labissiere have championship DNA?
Hey, if you win a championship in the G League, man, you can take that shit overseas and win, and then shit, I'm a G League champion.
Luka got championship DNA?
For sure. Like that's a fact. Like that's why
I agree.
That's why we have the highest praise for Luka because of all the things he accomplished. Obviously, he's incredibly good, but all the things he accomplished in the EuroLeague too. Like I'm telling you, bro. Like my best friend just won a championship in the Euro Cup. This is his first championship ever.
But now he got the
championship DNA.
But now he got
yes, yes, and he like tell you like. Bro, I won this shit. Like, bro, I'm a champ. I was already a champ. I call him. I say, you got you one. You a champ now, dog. Hell yeah.
So you basically called him and said, "Welcome to the club."
Facts. I mean, he won the Turkish.
Now
League
he can sit at the same table as you during lunch.
Nah. He won a Turkish League championship. But him winning a Euro Cup championship, he like, I'm stamped. Like,
yeah.
Hey, stamped. Like that's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, bro, it's something about it, bro. And he didn't win. He obviously was better than me, for sure, better than me.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, man, you know how to win. You got to know how to win, bro. I'm telling you, it's part of it. I'm waiting on Harden to get it.
All right, y'all. DSG Piccolo said Boogie didn't play in the bubble, but does he have championship DNA from being on the Lakers, even if he was hurt, Jordan?
If he was around there in the locker room, if he practiced with them, yes.
But wait. What about when they lost with the Warriors? Was that because of him?
I mean, he on the team. I mean, we don't put the blame on win. We don't put the wins and losses. That don't determine whether you had a championship DNA or reason why we don't have it. What I'm saying
Jerry
is
West doesn't have championship DNA.
He won a championship.
Yeah, but he lost a million of them.
It ain't about that.
He won
that. He won one. Like it's not
Elgin Baylor, however, he ain't got no championship DNA.
It should have joined Jerry West shit. Just like Will Chamberlain and them had to switch that bullshit up he was doing. He had to go join somebody that had to do it. You gotta take a step back, humble yourself, and say, in order for me to get this chip, I gotta do this.
Yeah, 90% of the league.
A part of championship DNA is being humble.
It's sacrificing for sure.
All right, for sure.
Sacrifice for sure.
All right. The next super chat comes from El Mars. Elmar said,
Elmar?
It's a Z on there.
Elmar. Ron ain't got championship DNA.
It's invisible. Elmar said, what's less sustainable? Kawhi's knees or Jokic and Murray playing 46 minutes a night?
Yeah, they are playing a lot.
And that's
to be tied 1-1 and Jokic and Murray playing like
hey, man, they got championship DNA.
They got the DNA.
So do Kawhi.
Yeah, Kawhi got it too. That's a fact.
Yeah, so did Norman Powell.
First of all, yes, that's a fact. And he made some big plays when he was playing shitty. That's why you can count on him throughout the rest of this series. This is a great series because you got both teams with championship DNA. You got both teams. You got the best players with championship DNA too. Kawhi been winning since high school. I don't know if y'all know that. Kawhi been winning chips since high school, bro. Like,
so it's the clash of championship DNA. It's whose brand of DNA stronger.
I mean, at this point, shit, it's just like who, you know, it's gonna be a hard ass race to call, bro. Like that's why I'm predicting the Nuggets win. But to be honest with you, this is a hard race to call, bro. I ain't gonna lie. This shit is hard because both teams. I mean,
James Harden got it too in the Olympics.
Hey, I'm gonna give you that. I'm gonna give you the Olympics too. Winning the gold medal is, bro. That's a part of it. Winning the gold medal is a part of it, bro. Winning anything, bro. Now we're not gonna go down to fucking middle school because you play on a team with y'all starting center could be Mars height, and then you play against somebody My bad. I threw it straight at Mars. That's my bad.
Easy.
I'm just
That
saying.
son is 6'8". What's wrong with that?
5'8". Shit. But
Hey, shut up.
I'm just saying though, like that shit matters, bro.
Devin Laguerre, I hope I said your last name right, said, I cried laughing when Missoula told JT to get his ass up.
He told him don't underestimate the heart of a champion. Get your ass up. We don't do that.
We meant our championship DNA. We know here.
Yeah, boy, get your ass up. We don't call it crying. Get your ass up, boy.
Gio said, when the Nuggets win, swipe it. When the Nuggets win, swipe it here now that they lost. He not here. That's odd.
You guys have like Debo. Swipe is him Monday, Thursdays, and Fridays. Like it's not.
Nah, Mars. He ducking the grind.
It's not contingent on
whether or not they championship win. DNA because it's like grind.
It's like Debo. It's like Debo. When he here, I shut up. When he leave, I'll be talking.
People gonna push their agendas. Just ignore the fact that Swipe is just not scheduled to be on today. Although if the Nuggets won, maybe he would find a way to go.
They noticing a pattern. See,
yeah, and he do know how to pop up though when something spectacular happened though.
Yeah.
No, Swipey could have been here if he wanted to. He ducking the grind. That was Swipey. Kai said nobody gonna say it, but Ben looked great last night.
See, I didn't say great. I said Ben looked good. I didn't say
good. Shit, man. Look at this bullshit, man. That's what I'm saying.
He did a good job on Jokic. Drew 2 offensive fouls. Was aggressive on offense and made great passes.
Aggressive?
Yeah, aggressive.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
I didn't say that. I just said I think Ben played good. All I said was I think Ben played good.
I agree.
All right, Jordan, can we give Ben Simmons some? We both thought he wasn't even gonna be in the rotation.
Mm-hmm. That's a fact.
So we can give him some credit, and he has played.
Gil told us. Gil told us that he was
going to play. Victory lap because I said that I thought Ben was going to be good and that they needed him.
They don't need him. They don't need him. They don't need
championship.
I thought Ben was a good player. I just didn't think he was going to be in the rotation, but he is in the rotation. So credit to Ben, and I think Ben's been good.
So I mean, if the Sixers win the ship, does Ben have championship DNA?
The Sixers, the Clippers.
I mean, you know who I'm talking about. The Clippers,
I mean, shit.
He won in high school.
He got it. He just he got some other DNA too, though.
We don't got time to get into that.
Yeah, we ain't got time to get into it, but shit.
MP13 said, this is one of those hills Chill is dying on that he doesn't need to. Give it up, OG. Kuz of all people isn't worth all this energy you are exerting.
I don't get why it's
Chill.
I don't get why the hot take say Kyle Kuzma's not good.
I think that's a hot take. I think that Kyle,
because I think you're holding on to what Kuzma was 5 years ago, which by the way wasn't that good.
Even if you look at his last 10 years,
there you go, Mars. I've been saying that shit, bro.
He averaged 15 points on 42% shooting from three.
He can average 22. He's not good. He can
every time I used to play with the Lakers on 2K, I would trade the shit out of Kyle Kuzma. Get his ass off my damn team.
That's just bias. I don't get it. You just don't like the guy.
I don't understand based on what he's done with the Bucks. I don't get what people are seeing.
Based on what I've been watching with the Bucks,
I don't got nothing against Kyle Kuzma. I just don't like his game. I don't like his game.
And that's fair. There's a bunch of players I don't like their game, but I have to give
no problem with Kyle Kuzma.
I agree. There's many.
I think he's a decent. First of all, let me be real.
Game, but they're good.
You said he sucked, Jordan. You said he he sucked. That's what you said.
Yeah, he does, but I do think he's a good player. Like he can play some defense when he feel like it. Like he can hustle when he feel like it. It's just what he always do. Normally, he sucks.
Well, he built a lot of bad habits, and when you play for bad teams, you build.
No, he always had those habits.
He had bad habits. He was on a championship team.
Where he had better habits, and he could.
No, they just benched him when he did dumb shit.
Yeah, they played him less.
They just benched him.
He was in his second, third year when he won the the Lakers.
I'm on a good team. It's how he had good habits, but now he was young.
He's gonna make those IQ mistakes. He's young.
That's how he's building bad habits. He's had bad habits for 8 years.
He's gonna make
those mistakes. I thought he was in his. No, he was in his 4th year when he was playing. When he won a championship, he was in his 4th year.
They were just able to bench him. That's all it was.
Yeah,
no, they won it. They won in 2020. He got drafted. Oh yeah, he did. Got drafted. In 2017.
Yeah, they traded his ass the next year.
Yeah, they went and he was trashing that playoff too against the Suns. I remember, he was just able to get benched when he played trash.
He do got that DNA. That's why the Bucks got him.
DNA.
I wouldn't be surprised. No, hold on, because he got that
championship DNA though.
Kinda, but look, I wouldn't be surprised. I would not listen though. I would not be surprised though, to be real with y'all, if Kyle Kuzma knows how to figure it out because he knows how to stay the course. So if he does have a game, I would be wrong, but I wouldn't be surprised. Like he knows how to figure that shit out, bro. So
let's just say this: he got sugar-free championship DNA.
Yeah, like it's a championship.
It's zero sugar in there. It's zero sugar in there. For sure. It was a diet. It was a diet championship.
For sure.
Shout out Kuz. Speaking of Cool Joe sent through a super chat and said Brunson is the grifter y'all think SGA is. Yesterday was hard to watch with that foolery.
Yeah,
I agree with that. Yeah. That's a good take.
I don't know nothing about grifting and all this shit, man. Y'all gotta send me a goddamn encyclopedia of these new fucking words y'all be using. I have no idea what none of this shit.
I just found out about it too, but it's like foul.
It's like, bro, what the hell? This grifting. What's another word they be using? Foul baiting, rage baiting, angry baiting. Goddamn, all kind of shit, man.
Hey, the baiting Brax was doing last night during playback. That baiting.
Oh, for sure. That baiting was a little crazy. Brax is out of his damn mind. Brax went to that bathroom. That's some shit. I don't know, man.
We got one more encyclopedia, bro. We got one more super chat. Shout out Brax. You were good in the PCL, but at work,
Brax, stay out the bathroom, bro. Your ass gonna get fired, Brax. Stay out the bathroom.
Shout out to Brax, man.
Quit clicking them links.
Hey, chat, that's y'all man, but shout out.
And hold on. And Cheerio. Whoever that was in the chat, you let them get away with some highway robbery yesterday. They put a link in the chat that was crazy. First of all, I don't know how y'all didn't see it. He said some outlandish before he dropped the link. And I was like, yo, what?
Cheerio, let it slide.
And then you click the link, right?
Nah, hell no. Cheerio, let it slide.
And then next thing you know, I'm finna throw a grenade in here.
The next thing you know,
Moran celebration.
I mean, God, dog, I couldn't believe it. Yes, you Cheerio for sure. Let it slide. You talking about I didn't see it? No, I don't know. Hell no. He did some wild shit.
Shout
Mars,
out
you
Cheerio.
should have been there. Mars would have clicked the link.
Sounds like I shouldn't have been there.
Brax clicked the link and got fired.
All right, y'all. Last but not least, Mad Max Sports Talk said just because you play on a winner doesn't mean you are a winning player. Kuz was low IQ on the list.
I agree. That's where I stand. You can be on a winning team, but you aren't actually a winning player.
See, that's why I disagree with it, because if y'all watch that series, Kyle Kuzma, like I think his last game, I think like the way he played on the glass and the putbacks, they needed all of it. That's why I disagree with you. That's what I'm saying. Kyle Kuzma did some shit in that series. Was
Jordan,
he inefficient?
Jordan, I've been on winning teams. I can assure you, I'm not a winning player.
Then how did you win the PCL check? And what winning team you been on?
Don't worry about that. Back in my day.
If you go, and first of all, to what level? Like I said, we're not gonna go to elementary.
A high enough level if we count middle school.
See, we're not counting middle school. We're not counting that shit.
Talk to him, Mars. Talk to him.
Don't matter. He don't got no ring. He don't got no damn ring.
Maybe a Harry.
They get a plaque. They get a plaque.
Mars got one of them. What them little suckers? What them joints?
Oh yeah,
the ring pops.
I had my fair share.
So hey man, I man, when you get a ring, and I'm not talking about one of them bullshit ass AAU rings they be passing out.
He hating. Yep.
Yeah, them little $20 rings, they need to quit passing that shit out because all these kids want to do all of this crazy ass ring. I do want to let y'all know that this celebration right here, you see this celebration up there, that originated with us. I'm just be honest with you.
What celebration?
The gold, the taste for gold. I'm gonna just let you know.
All right, man, let's get up out of here. You niggas did not.
We started that. Nobody was doing that shit before us. We started that.
Did they not do that in Paris and with Jordan? Did they not do that?
Nope. I don't remember.
I seen them do that in the 1930s.
I'm about to say
I ain't. All I'm saying is after us, I start seeing everybody do it. I'm like, what?
Hold on. So are you
That's
saying
why I had to be serious right now?
Are you saying that you were the pioneer in biting the gold?
I was the new age. You know when shoes came out back then, and then somebody started wearing them now, and they the trendsetter. We was the trendsetters.
I didn't so you Soldier Boy.
Maybe in your area. Maybe in your area. I don't know about worldwide.
Yeah, maybe in my area.
I seen them doing that in the 1936.
In my area for sure. Wasn't nobody winning no championships like that, and they was talking about them boys struck gold. And hey man, that's all I'm saying, man.
I vividly remember a picture of Jordan biting the gold. Like
I don't remember that. I've never seen that before. I don't know.
I think he's the first Jordan to do it. That's why.
Yeah, maybe he took it from me. I don't know shit.
Maybe
he looked back in the future. Yeah, he looked back in the future.
Yeah.
Oh, look, yeah,
I tried to tell you. Didn't I try to tell you?
I mean, to be fair, when he won it, I was a baby, so I probably was biting on shit when I was a baby. So he said, "I'm gonna take that shit from him."
He seen you on the way to the game. He's oh shit, that's tough.
Look at that kid right there.
That's how it happens. That's how it happens.
I'm gonna dedicate this championship to this kid right here.
All right, y'all. Well, we're gonna be back tomorrow at the same time with probably worse takes, maybe better takes. You never know. But we will be back. You make sure to pull up. You know what time to pull up, and you know where to find us. We'll catch you in 24 hours. We out.
Merry Christmas.
For sure.